What's up, everybody? This is the Uncensored Anime Podcast, a podcast where we talk about all things anime and manga uncensored, and we are your host. I'm David. We got Jerry. We got Kenny. And we're going to talk about some shit today. This is episode 67. We're almost to 69. Nice. Can't make that joke yet, but I just did, so...
David,
what?
what?
What's the rule?
Literally, he set it up.
There
He knew. He was thinking about it. The moment I said 67,
I-
he said, "Oh, 69's right around the corner."
Ever since we hit the 60s, I was like, we're so close to 69.
Oh my god.
You just took episode 69's joke, though.
I'll say it again on episode 68, almost 69, nice. And on 69, I'm going to say 69, nice.
perfect. That's exciting.
That is exciting.
That's
I
exciting.
can't believe it.
Okay, so for today's episode, we're going to do what we always do, which is we're going to cover a little bit of news, going to cover a little bit of recap. That if you guys are new to the show, if you're not new to the show, just know that's kind of always been our opening format. We've done this for almost 69 episodes, guys. So
Almost 69, nice.
Almost 69
Almost
episodes.
69, nice.
So we kind of know what's up. But today's main topic is actually going to be us responding to the arguably worst takes that David could find on TikTok.
That's true.
So we wanted to search out what some of the shittiest anime takes were on TikTok. We're going to watch... Kenny, I didn't watch them. David sent them to us.
Oh,
I am
yes,
waiting...
Just to preface this, like, these are just random ones I grabbed. Like, none of them are even, like, high quality or whatever.
We're gonna
I
watch
just
them.
grab some random ones.
We're going to watch them.
So
we're going to watch the TikToks that David thinks are the shittiest things. But after we talk about some of the updates, there's actually a couple little news articles we want to cover and a few other things. And I guess the boys want to talk about, like, stuff we've been watching each week, which we sometimes will do that. But I definitely want to talk about the new Jump manga as well. So we're going to have some time to talk about that. But before we get into today's content, make sure that you... I'm doing it at the beginning, guys. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe if you are listening to us here on YouTube. If you're finding us over on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can actually favorite our podcast and you can like it and leave a 5-star review. So make sure you do all of that if you're gonna if you end up enjoying this episode. It helps us tremendously within the algorithm, right? The more that you guys interact with the content, the more likely our content will be pushed to other people. So if you're having a good time, if you think, wow, these guys are funny as hell, great, do that. Especially if you've been following us since the beginning. We're so grateful to those of you that have held on through all of our major hiatuses that have occurred, and now being in season 3 of the podcast. We just really are enjoying what we're doing. And yeah, 3 episodes in a row now in person. We don't really have any intention of going back to normal.
No, this is
normal. Yeah.
This is
This
the
is the
normal.
new-
Yeah,
the
this
new
is
normal.
the new normal.
Yeah.
So we're hopefully going to be continuing to do all of our podcasts in person. The only time we might do a virtual one again is if we have a guest that can't make it to the studio, essentially. So if we have a guest that can't
Jerry's
make it,
living room, the
Hey,
studio.
this is-
I was like,
this is
the
this is
studio.
This is studio. This is-
AKA my living room. So, and we might have some guests that do come to my house and are actually do some live stuff with us. But yeah, we might have some guests still where we might have to go back to the virtual version. But for today's episode, if you're not watching it on YouTube, I might encourage you to go over there. I'm going to try to edit the TikToks that we watch on screen so you can actually watch them with us. You're just going to kind of be able to hear them if you're listening to the podcast version. No big deal, but we'll explain what they say on each of the TikToks that we watch.
Yeah.
But it's just shitty anime takes, essentially. So,
Yeah.
cheers. What did they say? Cheers, my friends.
Cheers, my friends.
Cheers, my friends.
Cheers, my friends, out here in Yodi land.
We are out here in Yodi Land. So, David, kick us off. What do we got to cover first?
TikToks, bro.
No, before
that's
TikTok,
for later,
don't
that's
get
for
in.
later.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So I
What do
guess
we got to
let's
cover
start
first?
with just like some like our weekly just check-in with things I've been watching, reading. What's wrong?
Sorry, my chair is have.
What?
we're having
Look
some-
at that face.
There's a small chair malfunction, everybody.
chair
The
mal-
face you're making is like,
Sometimes,
why are you talking right now?
Sorry,
Like,
no,
that was
no,
the face I was
sorry.
getting.
I was just like,
It's like, you
I
did
was
not
like
have
trying
permission
to.
speak.
No, I was trying to like look focus, but like do
Oh.
what I would. You know, like when you're in class and you're like fucking like.
No, I swear.
Yeah, you're like, no, I'm doing something. I promise, bro.
So let's talk about things that we watched this week. It's Thursday.
Yep.
I think the only thing that I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really watched a lot of anime this week.
No, I agree.
I've only watched Bleach and
I didn't.
Chainsaw Man.
I didn't watch Bleach or Chainsaw Man. The
wow.
only new episode I watched was My Hero. I watched last week's My Hero, or I guess it's this week's My Hero. The next one doesn't come out for.
Where are they at right now in My Hero? I think I'm like 3 episodes behind. But they're like fighting Shigaraki.
Spoiler alert! If you haven't caught up to episode, I think it's like episode 7 of My Hero
Yeah.
of season 6
Yeah.
that we just watched. This is probably gonna come out like weeks after we talk about this though, so
Oh.
people will probably okay. Chill.
What happened?
relax. I have to try to remember what happened.
Okay. Okay.
Gigantomachia
Yep.
was
Oh.
he's busting. Mount Lady tried to stop his ass.
Yeah.
She said, "Get your ass down," and he said, "No, bitch." Threw her ass over. Right. He kept, and they're all hiding up in his stuff. Right.
Oh, yeah.
And they're on the way. They're on the way. And Midnight tried to intercept, and she got her ass whooped. Boom. And she like calls Jiro, and she's like, "Jiro," or no, not Jiro. Momo. She calls Momo. Momo,
yeah.
you're in charge. And Momo's like, "I guess I'm in charge." And that's like how the episode ended.
Damn.
So it looked like the preview for next one. It looks like looked like a combination of 1A and 1B students are going to confront Machia. Is what it looked like was about.
I completely forgot about the whole Machia fight.
Yes.
In the manga.
Yeah. So yeah, it's moving at a really solid pace. It feels like 3 to 4 chapters an episode is what it's feeling like. Super good pace for this season, and they've just not, they've not slowed off the brakes. It's just been 3 to 4 chapters.
Yeah.
Well adapted, good animation every episode. There was still some Shigaraki stuff this last episode too, because there was the interaction where Aizawa was like, "I can't let my eyes off him, Yeah. I gotta keep him subdued or he's gonna kill him.
I gotta erase him.
Yeah. So that did happen, and Aizawa kind of had like a little flashback and whatnot, but I don't know. How much of the war is left? Do you feel like
There's
we're
a bit.
quite a bit left?
I think there's a good amount.
There's a whole big Todoroki Bakugo Deku piece against Shigaraki.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, Bakugo and Deku are touching him, if that makes sense. Like they're fighting Shigaraki to an extent right now, but Todoroki's not even there. I don't know where he is. He's somewhere else. I think he stayed back at the town when they were doing the evacuations, because Bakugo only chased after Deku because he knew why Deku was moving.
Right.
But when they they got to Shigaraki,
yeah.
when they got to Shigaraki, Endeavor was like, "Hey, where's my son?" And Deku was like, "He stayed back."
I can't remember.
And then he was like,
I can't remember
"Full
Todoroki.
cowling!" And
Yeah.
then he's like, "Punch!" Yep.
Wait,
That's
what?
basically- that's the whole thing,
What was the
yeah.
punch?
I think that's the whole manga.
What city was it? Was it Oklahoma City Smash?
Oh yeah, no, he hit him with the
Houston Smash.
Winston Salem Smash, dude. Winston Salem, North Carolina Smash, bro. Yeah.
What the hell?
He hit him with the
Nah, he hit him with the
Salt Lake City Smash,
Salt
bro.
Lake City
Salt Lake
Smash?
City
hit him with the
Smash.
Erie, Michigan
Oh
Smash.
yeah, bro. yeah, huh?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Nashville
yeah.
Smash?
That Nashville
Nashville
Smash,
Smash.
yeah, that's the one, yeah. Random ass cities, no.
God damn it, the Topeka,
I'm enjoying.
Kansas Smash.
It's weird because like
That's funny.
as much like I didn't watch Bleach
This
this
arc
week.
is really good,
I didn't
though.
watch
It's my
Chainsaw
favorite.
Man this week, and I didn't watch Spy Family this week yet.
Chainsaw Man. Was
So and
Bleach
I know
this
it's
week was one of the best.
I know it's the Yamamoto you watch fight. I'm saving it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm ready for it.
Yeah,
And
You gotta say it
Chainsaw.
right. You gotta say it right.
It's
Did we?
Yahweh.
it's
Did we?
That's how he
finish-
says it. That's how he says it. I swear. to you.
Yo, there's no
I
way.
swear-
Say it again. Say it again. Let's hear it. Again.
Yahweh.
There's,
Yeah.
It's not.
I think no wait. Let me
Y-A-H-A.
try it. I think he says
How does he say it?
Zawardo.
Yeah, what does he say, David? What does he say? What does he say?
I think he says
Yeah, give us some.
Yeah, David, be funny right now, please.
Senbon Sakura.
Oh, you do it. Yeah. Sinbon Sakura.
Wait, I thought he says,
Ayoshi.
"Oh my wamo, Shinde."
Oh my woman. No, he says he actually jumps in. He goes, Captain Falcon punch.
Damn.
Okay, anyway,
We're not funny.
This bit is
We ran that in the ground a little bit. Okay, but yes,
But-
that was this week's. And then
Okay, so
Chainsaw
my
Man,
hero.
did they beat the Hotel Devil or yet or no?
so.
The Infinity.
How far?
If I told you where it ended,
The Infinity.
I've read the manga.
oh, I mean like that. Okay, so episode.
Yeah, where did we
ends
get in this
when
week's
Denji
episode? I
jumps
don't
into
care.
the mouth of the eternity?
Okay, so we still got.
And
well,
then
there's
they're
not
like
much left.
cliffhangers.
There's not much
No,
left.
that's it.
Which-
Denji then just goes like.
pretty much
full
just
change
Well,
chop.
the opening scene next episode is gonna be him like
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
out of
He's
the.
like, just
Damn, David,
chainsaw
knock
it.
my light on, bro.
bitch.
Chill.
Look at me like that.
Why are you?
Jesus,
Not
bro.
the lamp,
Jesus,
chill
bro.
out,
What'd he
bro.
do to you?
It's-
That ain't the
In
eternity.
my space.
Okay, did y'all read? Okay, fuck. Now I'm
What?
totally. Well, wait. Did you guys watch anything else this week? Fuck, I don't know.
I'm gonna say Bleach was.
Before we talk about reading stuff,
Yes. So watching stuff.
What did you watch?
Bleach and
this week?
Chainsaw Man.
God of War.
I also caught up on Reincarnated as a Sword. something I want to say about Reincarnated as a Sword, because I know you two don't.
Go ahead and just talk to the camera, David.
David's talking to you.
I don't know.
Reincarnated as a Sword.
Yeah, I don't know.
Isekai that's animated during this season. I think it's like they're on episode like 7 or 8 right now. It's on High Dive, which really fucking sucks. But I've seen people on Twitter saying they really like this adaptation, and I don't know if I'm like not easy to please when it comes to I was having bigger expectations for this adaptation just from the trailer.
Why would he have?
Because the trailer was good.
He had great expectations. Charles
David,
Dickens
it's a
influenced
manga.
him.
It's
It's
a
a manga
guy.
about someone dying and becoming a fucking sword in a fantasy world. What?
And
That's
they're wielded
garbage.
by a cat
That's
girl.
That's
by a
garbage.
little cat girl.
That's garbage. That's just garbage. You should not have high expectations.
Well, the manga is good. I don't read the light novel because I don't read books. I look at pictures.
God,
With
damn.
words. I need pictures with my words.
We're actually
but-
illiterate. I don't know how to read
Yeah,
at all.
actually, yeah.
The
I don't know if you
pictures
guys have
is
seen
it.
Twitter, but
Yeah, the
essentially,
picture's it.
Twitter has told me that if there's too many words on a manga page, we're fucked. We're done.
Wait,
They said we're
did
capped.
someone tweet like
Yes.
a spread of One Piece?
Yes.
And they were like, how the fuck did
Asinine.
anyone read this?
Yes, it wasn't
Bro,
even that bad either.
Y'all should have seen Hunter
It
x
was,
Hunter
it was.
last week.
Oh, I know. It was just
he had
words.
real.
all-
He had
it was,
real
it was.
book
He wrote a
pages.
book. He didn't write no fucking
Hey,
manga.
Have y'all read Witch Watch?
I haven't read it. No.
Never
Let's
read
read it.
There's chapters where, and it's like on purpose, it's like the pun of it, or like the joke of it, but it'll be like a one speech bubble on one page, and it's like 30 lines.
Wow.
Of just like a monologue.
That's
And it's like the person
interesting.
saying the same thing over and over and over.
Oh, so you don't have to read all of it.
You don't, but it's like
That's so it's like a
something
joke,
might-
but that's like a
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a bit. It's like a bit.
It's a bit, yeah.
Oh well, then okay.
It's- no,
bit,
Hunter x
it's
Hunter
fine.
it's
Yeah, but
child.
that's the issue with Hunter x Hunter is that it's serious context.
You have to, like,
you
really
need the
serious
world building into
composition,
you
yeah.
can't just ditch it. No.
Actually, I swear this last chapter, they would say names and he would draw little like pictures of the characters because I couldn't keep them straight, and I knew that he knew,
oh lord,
and I was like, oh my god, like it was tough this week.
oh my lord.
But I now understand a lot where a lot of the characters are going to be from diverse sides. So I
Right.
guess,
Wait, so Hunter x Hunter in like the manga, like the latest chapters have been pretty heat. Fuck, I need to catch up.
this.
Yeah, I might do it. I might actually
Tagashi-
finally read it.
Now that he has like the free will to just do whatever he wants, literally some dude this week got just like he got warped to another room and then like they slit his throat open and his head falls off and you're like what? Whoa.
Ah.
Feel gory now.
Because there's
God
a nin-
damn.
basically one of the mafia families has a nin power that she can give nin powers if you kill people to level up
Did
like a video game.
Did we ask him to spoil it?
Wait, so we're going back to Reed Island?
Wait. Okay, you're actually into this. You want to hear what's going? I'm not trying to be spoiled.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying.
Yeah,
You guys,
sorry.
no, you guys are acing
I
the
was-
hole in me right now.
I'm like,
you guys are pissing in the
you've
bucket.
You've only watched like the whole anime, right?
You guys
did
are-
you read anything past that?
I did not.
Okay, so we're like the same. I haven't read
Yeah.
anything past that either.
Basically, it's a pretty cool power and it's interesting because like if they're more
Is he
powerful.
continuing to spoil right now? Is he just keep? Is he? Why is he not?
I'm kind of just buckling up for it at this point. I'm kind of like, well, fuck me. I guess.
Okay,
Can-
all right.
can-
That's what we're doing this
Just say
episode.
Hunter x Hunter's good.
Listen,
Just
Hunter x
good.
Hunter is good,
Hunter
and
x
the latest part is interesting to talk about. Okay,
What else are you guys watching?
Blue Lock,
Oh, wait.
obviously.
Oh, I saw the lock.
Okay, wait. Let me quality check here.
Yep.
As of the latest episode,
It's
are
like
we-
in the middle of that volume.
No,
We're not at the end of this yet.
It's the
no,
middle
we're
of that
past
volume.
this one. I think.
We
No,
are.
No.
This is Chigury's one.
Yes.
This is
Okay.
the twins.
This goes to the end of this game that they're in.
We finished the match with the twins.
Okay, that's next week then.
So this hasn't happened yet.
Next week it will go past this volume.
Yeah.
Or it might be the rest of that volume.
They like kick out the other guy. What's his name? The betrayer.
Yeah, I just read
Yeah.
this volume this week. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Which I also read that volume. That volume is heat.
Hey, the latest
This is a-
chapter.
This is a
that's
good
my
volume.
favorite. That's my new favorite.
This is a good volume.
Latest-
Chigury?
I thought this was a
I
really well
like
done volume.
Chigury a lot.
Really well done volume. Okay, cool. Well, that's great to hear about Blue Lock, but I need to watch it. So animation's holding up. It's not too
Holding
poorly.
up?
It's
Yeah.
consistent.
The
it's
CG
good,
parts are
it's-
not too like bad either. Like some, you know how like sometimes they're just gonna give you.
Kenny, we talked about this last week, man. Chainsaw Man, CG, it's
Just
here to
because the
stay.
CGI
man.
doesn't make it bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't make it bad.
Because there are
It's
so
good
many
CGI, bad
good.
CGI.
Yeah. There are so many good like 2D parts too. It's not like
Right.
CG is
Okay.
not just like the whole new way, but
I don't think I'm watching anything other than the 4. I'm still just doing my 4 shows. So
Yeah.
I'm just happen to be behind on 3 of the 4, which is unfortunate. So
I
Oh.
keep what
what?
There you go.
I keep
I'm
trying
gonna
to
go back
watch
to Chainsaw
new
Man.
stuff, but it's just like
I'm not compelled.
so much of this latest season just doesn't look interesting,
Yeah, I feel the same. way.
What?
and I just
I,
feel
I
like
feel like there's
Yeah,
so
more than a married
much-
couple, reincarnated
Akima
as the
Maid
sword.
War. You got
Okay, that does look
Yours
fun.
Yatsu, which I haven't started yet, but I really
Akima
need
Maid
to.
War looks fun. I did hear about Urusei. Did you hear they're cutting a lot of stuff? Yeah, it's like
Are they pulling a Shaman King?
no, they're doing more like because the manga was a little more episodic.
Yeah.
I guess this season has been more of like a highlights. You know, they're like picking the best stories and kind of adapting.
I don't want
them.
to watch it at all. Then.
Oh, damn,
That's
Dave.
how they did
but,
Moravia, though.
But yeah, I mean, when you think about it, I guess Urusei is one of those series you can do that with because it doesn't really build off of itself. It's like an episodic comedy.
I want to see. I want to see animated. I want to see it with voice acting.
It.
and
I guess what I would.
moving
It
pictures
seems
and
like
shit,
it is certainly a love letter to fans of the manga because people have
Moving
read the manga. People read the manga. They have the full context. It seems like a
So
love
this-
letter to them, and that like it's some of the best stories adapted.
So are you saying this isn't for new fans of
It
Urusei
seems
Yatsura?
like-
this is for like existing.
It
Like,
seems that way to me. If you're a big fan of the manga, you'll probably have a really great time with it. Even if you're a big fan of the original anime, you'll probably have a really great time with this series. But it seems like if you're a new fan, this might be not the best gateway to it. Maybe read the manga first or watch the old anime first. It might still be a good time for you if this is really the only way you can watch it. Go for it. But
I mean, it looks beautifully animated.
yeah, David
from, like,
production.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. That
Goats.
makes sense.
Goats.
Yeah.
Goats.
Goats.
Do you know if the original anime adapted the entire story?
I don't think it did. Someone in the comments correct me, but
Get in the comments.
I want to say that they did not finish the entirety of the manga, or there was some sort of maybe they did it in a film. I know there's like a movie that I think is canon
Oh, yeah.
too. I don't know. There's some sort of mess going on there.
Wait, I might have shared this fun fact last time.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think this might be the first time we're talking about Urusei Yatsura on the podcast. But did y'all know that the original? I don't know why I'm talking to this as if it's my mic.
David's talking into his microphone. Hello there.
That the original Urusei Yatsura is what popularized like Japanese like pop songs as anime openings.
I actually didn't know that. No,
Yeah,
no.
Urusei Yatsura started it.
When I'd have to look up what the year is because
It's
I
like
feel
late
like
70s.
it was very popular to do like J-rock and what a lot of people refer to it as a Annie songs is what they call them.
Yeah.
There was a stylization that went along with like an anime song that was sort of like Saint Seiya's opening is considered a traditional Annie song. Even One Piece's first opening kind of has that same. Hiroshi Kitsudani, I think, is the vocalist.
Yeah.
But my guess is that Urusei probably is what helped to move it away from that and actually get like pre-existing groups or pop music groups to come in and be a part of that. That's an interesting fact, actually. I didn't know that.
You're welcome, listeners.
Yeah, I actually have a fun fact too about Urusei Yatsura. The initial concept was supposed to be her,
Kenny.
but her name was Yuki
Kenny?
Cross
Kenny?
at the Cross Academy, and they actually circled back and recreated it as a show called Vampire Night, which is what this podcast is all about. Welcome to the Vampire Night podcast.
I kind of wish she did that later because there's actually I wanted to
Kenny
wanted to
David
leeway
wanted to talk
off-
about Vampire Night.
I wanted to transition from when he did it to like something else.
David, want to actually talk about Vampire Night? This
Whatever.
week?
Well, there's
You
like,
wanna-
there's like
just
a-
do it now.
We
Let's
can
do it
say
now.
about
Okay,
Vampire
there
Night.
was
This is the Vampire Night podcast.
We just ended the
we're talking
podcast.
Vampire Night.
We're done with UAP now. We're getting into the Vampire
There was a
Night.
tweet that was like,
Yeah, let me get
Peak
about
Shoujo.
I sent that to David.
Fuck, what was it? What I want to
Pull it up.
wait,
Pull it
I'm
up.
gonna
I
pull it up
just
a
I
tweet right
texted
now.
it to him earlier today, and it's just funny because anytime we see Vampire Night mentioned on MangaTube or on Manga Space, we get it. We're not the reasons Vampire Night's popular, but if you go back to episode 1 of UAP, Vampire Night comes up in like the first 30 minutes. We have consistently mentioned it in every single episode of this podcast.
Vampire Night is
With
important
it,
to us.
it doesn't matter who is on. We had voice actors on.
Yep.
We had guys who run conventions on.
Vampire.
Artists on. We always bring it up, and they always are confused. There's
Yep,
never
everyone's like, "What's
any
going on?"
any sort of.
Why can't I find it?
David,
oh,
right
that's
there,
right there.
it's
Yeah.
right
I would
Open,
rather
open,
have
open.
something. Okay, yeah.
Because it's a response.
So okay, so this
Read
is
the initial tweet.
Wait, how do I?
It's this one. It's the one right there.
Oh,
David's a boomer.
Okay,
everybody.
read the initial tweet.
okay, yeah, I got. So the initial tweet that's in question. Shoujo fans be like, all modern shoujo sucks, and then you find out their favorite is like Vampire Night or something.
Right.
Which I felt like
How
that was
many?
a personal
Wait, how many
attack.
likes and
Heathenist,
stuff did they get? How much?
heathenist.
That like got
Heathenist.
794
Damn,
likes.
that shit got
Heathenist.
almost
On-
800 likes.
On Anna Twitter was
That's
a
pretty
lot.
solid.
And then someone responded with, I would rather have something like Vampire Night than bland cookie cutter romances, which is funny.
You gotta read her. You
because
gotta read her response to that. She followed up.
It was camp, problematic, cringe, gothic, but it had the girlies hooked, and that's the kind of stuff we need, to be honest.
That's the kind of stuff we need, TBH. That's
What made Vampire
she
Night
said.
so?
She
It
said as a
was-
shoujo fan, she said that's the kind of stuff we need.
It was the Zero Kiryus, bro. That's what it was. I'm telling you.
No, it was Twilight and New
was.
Dawn
That helped.
and Eclipse or whatever the other fucking moon phases of the Twilight
What
movies were
did-
called.
I don't know
What?
he
What?
said.
What? Wait.
First off, it's Twilight, then it's Breaking Dawn,
Breaking Dawn.
and then it's
No,
New
wait.
Moon, and then
I
it's
thought
Eclipse. You absolute
No, wait,
buffoon.
Breaking Dawn is the
bro,
last
no,
one.
no,
What the
that's
fuck? I'm
untrue.
surrounded by fake Twilight fans.
What'd
is
I
I'm-
say?
You said
I
Twilight and then New Dawn.
No.
You're a complete
That's what you said.
New Dawn is not even one of the things we've done.
Wait.
Twilight.
Wait, Breaking Dawn,
New
Breaking Dawn,
Moon.
Breaking Dawn.
New Moon. Eclipse. Breaking Dawn, David.
Breaking
I
Dawn
said
Part
the
1,
names.
Breaking Dawn Part 2, okay?
Like, I'm fact checking in real life. Hold on.
Vanessa Charlton's 1,000 Miles, okay?
I
We
like
all
the
remember
Twilight
it.
movie.
Okay, you're right.
I know.
What the hell was
Actually,
New Dawn?
okay,
What
wait,
did we
actually-
say?
I meant to
Actually,
say
listeners,
Breaking Dawn.
if I fucked it up the first time, please call me out. But I know David fucked it up all four.
can we
He
circle
never
back?
until the very end. He
Which
did not.
movie is New Dawn?
Yeah,
Which one's New Dawn?
He was combining shit.
Which one's
Look, I wanted to go back to Chainsaw Man.
Okay, but y'all know Twilight's like actually getting like okay.
An
On the
animated
same
adaptation?
no. It's not that it's coming back. It's that the generation that grew up with it is finally at the point where they're creating content and they're nostalgic for Twilight. So we're getting a lot more like TikToks and viral moments that center around like jokes or bits or memes in relation to Twilight, which has been really funny to see. So
Wait, like in what way?
like people making there's like one TikTok that has been bouncing around and it's literally like a conversation between Bella and Edward's like, I'm coming, Bella, and she just responds like, I'm coming with you, or something like that, and that's like, and then there's like another TikTok
That's
that was
like
going,
out of context stuff.
yeah, but then there was another TikTok going around where it was like a group of girls and they were like all watching it together and they were like quoting every single word as they were watching it.
Oh my God.
There was like another I know there's more that I've seen. There's more that's happening with it, but it's just
But it's like encircling Twilight.
yes,
Like that's
we're
the
getting
basis.
back to this weird moment where people are nostalgic for Twilight, and it makes sense because the first movie came out in like what 08? Something like that. Maybe before.
we
that.
were-
Here's the thing. I've
You
been
were in middle
nostalgic
school.
for Twilight
Something like
since
that.
it came out,
Yeah.
basically. 6th grade.
Yeah, I remember binging them in high school and watching all of them, and so yeah.
I think I saw them all. In
I think the
theaters.
third book was out by the time I was in the 7th grade.
If I remember correctly, my someone at the time made me watch all of them so we could go watch the last one in theaters together. That's
funny.
what I remembered from high school.
He's talking about his ex.
Okay, so on that note, but I still love Twilight. I think it's a great series. I actually
Twilight's
had a good time
very
with
nice.
it.
I mean,
It's
Strangely
it's-
enough.
Robert Pattinson,
But there is-
phenomenal.
there is
truly
no
good actor.
denying-
Young boy Taylor Lautner.
There's no denying that Vampire
He was
Night
like 14 in that movie.
He was 16. He was young. He was underage.
uncomfortably young.
It was
There's
weird.
no denying that in the U.S., Vampire Night caught on because of Twilight.
Oh, yeah.
At the very least, or at least the rise in vampire media that was happening, specifically targeted at young
Yeah.
girls.
Was that the right at the same time?
But-
there was like Abraham Lincoln, like Vampire Hunter,
Yep.
like all the vampire movies
Yep.
coming out.
But also, can we go back to the tweet in question?
yes,
Vampire Night's definitely a cookie cutter. It is
No,
a cookie cutter.
come on.
I don't want to
Zero
disrespect
Kiryu
it.
exists from the very beginning. First of all, the second boy often is not introduced until later on in the shoujo. Okay, both boys are from the beginning competing. That's not cookie cutter. Okay,
You're right.
and Zero
Wait, so
isn't
you're
a
saying
vampire.
it's a reverse
Kenny's
harem?
right. No, it's not that.
No, it's not.
Oh, David, you're gonna get some
No,
fire
no,
for
no.
that. David, David.
I'm just kidding.
We are not. Let me just testify.
Okay, all right.
The Uncensored Anime
All right.
Podcast does not believe that any shoujo romance series is a reverse harem.
Just
It's
'cause
just
there's
a
multiple
regular
guys.
harem. It's just a
re-
regular harem.
No, it's just
Oh.
a no.
Okay, none of it.
It's like not a
No.
harem. Just because there's multiple.
Shoujo Twitter, please call us out. Okay,
We're gonna
Well,
get
that-
we're gonna
they've already
get
called it
ran
out.
through, y'all.
I
No.
hope so.
Look, we understand the difference between what is a harem and what is not a harem.
Please.
So just because there's one girl, 3 guys, does not automatically make it a harem at all, reverse or whatever. It just means there's multiple
Love interest.
love interests. Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like generally shoujos actually really rely on the love triangle. I like.
Yeah.
But it's a
I
love,
think
it's a
I think
box.
love triangle is a larger trope.
I think it's like just a romance.
in here, and I need to shut up because I have not read enough. I have a solid grasp on the popular shoujos,
Yep.
and I have a moderate grasp on some of the slightly less popular but still well-known shoujos. And I have definitely not watched many of the niche or like specific shoujos,
Yeah.
right? So I don't want to. I'm not the arbiter of truth on shoujo by any means. Clearly, not something that I generally watch. There are a couple that sound really awesome. I picked one up that I really want to read.
Did
actually.
My Love Story have a love triangle?
It's always a love box. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, chill. There was one other girl that liked the boy
Yep.
in one episode.
And there was a boy that liked
Yeah.
the girl.
Mhm. And if you guys didn't
So it's a
know,
little box.
one of
love
our
box.
earliest episodes, we watched My Love Story and did a review of the series, by the way. I recently picked up this shoujo. I know that this, and it'll be on
QQ Sweeper.
QQ Sweeper. I'm excited to try this one. I've heard really cool stuff about it. It's actually one that I really want to read.
I started watching Seven Seeds, which I discovered for the first time.
Oh, I heard that it. Okay, so I have
It's a
heard.
Netflix
I heard the
adaptation.
anime version's garbage, but I really want to read the manga version because it sounds really interesting. But
Yeah.
there is no, there's no official translation of the manga. You have to read.
You have to yo ho ho. Yeah.
Yo ho ho. Okay,
Okay.
shoujo Twitter Vampire Night. Great.
We love
There was
Vampire.
so staying with Twitter. So we were talking about anime that we've watched this week. You know, Chainsaw Man is a staple. This was the first episode that Kobeni, one of the characters, gets like a lot of, I guess, voice time, and most of it is her like just making really, really like scared noises. And there, if you were on Twitter
makes sense.
at all this week, you've most likely seen a clip of Kobeni just shaking and like and just like making noises like that, and people dubbing Courage the
what?
Cowardly Dog over it.
What's going on?
What's the noise?
What's going
That
on?
was the noise. She was just like,
This was what
she's
David
like,
wanted to talk
Wait.
about. Go ahead.
she's like,
Oh.
she's like something like that.
What was that? One more time.
Yeah.
do it one
Sorry,
more
get it
time.
right in the mic.
So if you're,
Lean
you
in,
know,
please.
That was one hell of a noise.
that's what she makes that noise. Anyway,
David needs to be a voice actor, is what it sounds
Yeah,
like.
basically,
Say
what I
you
wanted to
over
bring,
here,
I wanted
say
to bring that
David
because
Thibodeau.
I want to try that. What he goes?
Wait, how does she do it? Yeah. Go
He
ahead.
says something like that. Is that what he did?
What is going on? You kind of sounded like a dolphin. Wait, are you the dolphin devil? Is that what's going on? What is this podcast?
with the
for?
dolphin.
What was even the point of this?
With the
David?
dolphin devil.
He wants to talk about Kobeni.
Are people afraid of dolphins?
Do you want to talk about Kobeni?
Why not? I'm afraid of
Twitter hates Kobeni because
Do they
found
hate her?
They hate her.
There's a hate.
Twitter, come on.
There
All
is a
I'm
hate
seeing
for
on Twitter.
Kobeni
Elon, baby.
All I'm seeing on
because
Twitter.
people that aren't like manga readers and anime onlys, they saw that episode and they're like, Kobeni's dog shit. She's a super annoying, awful character. Why the fuck is she a devil hunter? Well, you know why. It was either that or sex work.
Oh, they're taking that quote way
Wow.
too far, but that is what she said in the manga.
That's
too, so
verbatim.
yeah, she did say it.
Yeah, so it's
but
like
it was funny.
which the floppy blush.
Oh my. Okay, that's where I was gonna go.
But yeah.
On my Twitter, all I'm seeing about Kobeni is weird fan art of her giving sloppy toppy. That's literally all I see. It is consistent. I will scroll Twitter and that's it. It's like nothing else about her, just random fan art putting her in situations where she is proclaiming that she is the best at sloppy toppy. There's too much poppy
They wrote
woppy,
it.
copy joppy woppy. I
Well,
don't
you
know,
see,
man.
Jerry, so Mappa, you might not know this, but Mappa is the studio animating Chainsaw Man.
Did you wait?
I had no
Wait,
idea.
what studio is animating Chainsaw
Which
Man?
studio? No, oh sorry, Mappa.
What studio?
Mappa.
Oh,
Okay. I
And so
see.
there's a scene, there's like with the sweat and like the tears, it just looks like she's like.
I didn't realize
And Mappa
that.
does such a good job, but they do
Right.
too good of a job.
Right.
And when she's like passed, like she like gets knocked out, she passes out, and she's like on the ground, and she's just like
I'll
like
need to
crying,
watch
and she's like drooling, and she's like covered in sweat, and it's just like,
David's
yeah.
like, yeah.
My mind was like, you know what, that kind of.
It was like, maybe
Getting some hentai vibes.
maybe
from this
Mappa
right
should
there.
do a couple hentais. You know?
If Mappa did hentai.
Oh my
Holy shit!
God.
Wait, actually, wait.
Hello,
just got
Mappa?
some
Hello,
dojins
Mappa?
and
Uh,
just,
Call Mappa.
Hello, Mappa.
why don't mainstream studios animate hentai? Like, why don't you talk about that?
David, do you want to know why? Because they can't release them on TV, where they
Right,
release
right.
their.
This is right. This
Yeah.
is right.
Okay, that's actually.
They-
What about
put
the
their work
company?
on
Well, that
TV?
company that did
Healer Girl.
Interspecies Reviewers, and then
Yes.
they did what was the one last season we watched? He goes into the dungeons with the girls.
Oh,
The harem.
Harem-
dungeon.
harem
harem
guy.
in a dungeon or
No,
something.
it was like in a dungeon harem with other
Girls?
species girls in another world.
yeah.
Something.
It was.
It was
I
like
think
in my
I think people were
garage,
just dubbing
there
it
was a
the harem
dungeon.
isekai.
I thought they were just calling it dungeon harem. I don't know.
I
Maybe
think it
I'm
was
wrong.
something like.
I remember thinking
I
Wait,
feel like the word dungeon and harem were in
Yeah,
the
wait.
name,
I
right?
actually remember. Okay, it was in my gas station's garage's dungeon in another world. There's a harem with me. That was the name of the show.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I'll just take.
Beside the point, it was the same group. It was the same studio that did Interspecies. They seem to be the studio that's the most willing to cut the line. I think it's Passione. Is that the name of the studio? Something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Is it called Studio Passione?
Didn't they
I think
also
so.
do
I got no clue.
What was the one where you watched like a couple episodes?
No,
of?
I
No,
don't.
not that
I
one,
hated
bro.
that one.
No, come on.
What was that fucking show?
Dirty
called?
Healer or something?
Yeah, something like
Healy
that.
bad guy. I
He-
don't even know.
Healer, redo of Healer.
Redo of
That's what it was.
Healer.
Let's just not mention that. Let's.
I
actually
don't think that
cut
was
that.
that
Let's
show.
maybe.
I don't think that was them, but I hated that.
Oh man.
But yeah, Twitter hates Kobeni.
I did hate
That's all
watching
I'm
it.
gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Twitter, no.
But
They're
I
gonna
love
love her
Kobeni.
They're gonna love her by the time that we know what stuff in the future happens.
Oh, I know.
Oh, it's.
They're gonna love that
I've been rereading Chainsaw Man like every week. It's been getting like after the episode, I was just like, I'm addicted. I like read 4 volumes. Of
Oh
Chainsaw
well,
shit.
shit.
Wow.
It's just so easy.
You know, he
easy to
said
stick
that,
with.
but 6 weeks, 4 volumes each week. The math doesn't add up, Kenny. There's only 11 volumes.
Here's what I
I reread the same volume.
He's actually reading. Oh, okay.
I'm, like,
okay.
following along,
He's
and
read
then,
the
like-
series twice since the show started.
I like
He
read the
actually-
chapter
no.
that gets adapted, and then I just find myself continuing
First
to read.
of all, he watches the episode 2 times because he fell asleep the first.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, and I don't fall asleep during Chainsaw.
Quality check, yeah. So first time through, didn't make it all the way through. Tries one more time, watches it again. Then he goes and reads one chapter.
But he falls asleep
He reads
with
the
his-
3 chapters in
with
his
his
debit.
thumb in the
Proceeds to
manga.
read 4 volumes of it. The next week, he actually goes and rereads the same 4 volumes.
The same
because
volumes,
he had,
yeah.
yeah.
It's the
Chainsaw
same.
Man's really good.
Okay.
That's something that
It's just
everyone
David's
obviously
life,
knows.
okay?
Sometimes you just gotta reread, rewatch.
You just reread, rewatch.
I'll reread, rewatch.
What's the next thing? Smooth transition. Any
Hey,
news? Do we have
wait,
any
there,
news?
you want to know something that David actually slept right through?
Actually, yeah, we
Oh.
should talk about this a little bit.
One Piece Film Red, which we all went and saw.
So the UAP boys rolled out to go see One
Whops up,
Piece Film
everybody.
Red in theaters, and I had a really great time.
Yep, movie was great.
Kenny had a
I had
really
a
great
great
time.
nap.
Kind of an
Yeah,
odd story.
David.
Had a great
David
nap.
had an impressive nap. An impressive nap. He made it about. He gotta have been.
first song
You
though,
felt, oh,
was really
well.
good.
And also, there was a lot of music. I do want to
You know
say.
what we learned in the
I
movie
didn't know it was a musical.
is that when Uta, when she sings,
It puts
everyone
people
falls
to
asleep. So she.
It was working on
David.
Peter Rowan.
Actually, David, yeah, from the beginning was to sleep.
When she started singing, I was like, oh,
And then
fuck.
he didn't wake up until the end of the movie.
Her
whenever
power
he
is so
woke up.
strong. It's
He was
working
in
to the goddamn
Dreamland.
screen.
He was in Dreamland
Maybe
until
yeah,
there.
David was affected by the sing.
Yeah,
sing
he got
flip.
got
Wow.
gotted by Uta. Yeah,
I can't
he was
believe
actually
it.
trapped in the realm with them, and then he got out.
That
again.
movie is so fucking random.
Oh my god!
Like,
It was.
Here's the
okay.
deal.
why were the people there that were there? Like,
It was just it was pretty Mickey Mouse. Let's be upfront. It was pretty Mickey Mouse.
Kobe and Helmeppo were there with
Kobe-
Bluno.
What the fuck? And Bluno.
Yeah,
Whose
yeah.
power,
Kobe,
by the way.
Kobe like had like the captain jacket already.
Okay, wait.
don't know what
Pause.
that was about.
Spoilers for One Piece Film Red coming up.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, let's dive in a little bit.
Yeah,
with
we'll
from, okay, Kenny, go.
But okay, first of all, Bluno was there, and then Bluno's power was useful until it was just not allowed to be used anymore.
Too useful.
And then he got turned into just like a tiny guy and was like, "Can't use my power, sorry."
He's like young Bluno.
It was so.
What did he say when he like jumped out? He was like, we barely made it, and then he was a kid, like a little tiny square
He was
person.
like, "We barely made it, and I can't use my power."
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, I
There
guess
was
it was
also-
too useful.
He said something along the lines of, which is totally like kind of new to me. He was talking about like how his power had like a limit to it.
yeah,
and I was
like
like,
he
that's
just,
not really canon.
Like a daily limit.
Yeah, he
Like,
kind of
he just gets, like,
was
tired.
yeah, he,
He
was
gets, like,
saying
exhausted
at some
to
point
use it too much,
can't keep
yeah.
using his doors.
Damn, that
And I
was
was
never mentioned.
No, not with Bluno's power specifically. Obviously, wouldn't have made sense. So I don't know. Don't know how canon that is or what the thought process was there. Or,
Well, you said Uta's canon, right?
to a degree, yeah.
What does that mean?
Essentially, when the movie was coming out, Oda like drew her into like one tiny panel as a silhouette.
Could that just be like a what's it called?
Easter egg.
Easter egg. or
It
like
is,
a-
but it's in the canon material.
Yeah.
So I mean,
so that puts it up for.
that at least lets the character potentially have been someone
she's
in
dead,
Shanks'
though.
past.
She did.
so-
Okay. Also, another spoiler for the movie.
We already gave the spoiler.
She
warning.
dies at the end, but also like they like had a medicine to save her, and she was just like, nah.
She was like, I choose
Honestly,
to
that
die.
part killed me.
It was just
bro.
like because there was if there had just been no solution, that would have been better
way better.
than just going like, here's the medicine. Nope, don't want it.
Yeah.
I want to die.
There was no real reason for Shanks to have had the medicine. No real explanation for why he had it.
Yep.
He just had it.
He totally just shouldn't have had it because then she could have just died in his arms. You know,
Right.
And I think
It's
that
like,
would have been
we can't do anything about
a little
it.
more impactful. Yeah, because it was weird to make her like make the choice to die.
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
like, I don't want it. I'm gonna save everyone. And then it happened. And she was like,
Yeah,
and
like,
I was like, oh.
whenever it's just like, just take the medicine, go to sleep.
Yeah,
Everybody
take the
wakes
medicine,
up.
fix it. Yeah, what the fuck,
I-
bro?
it was like pretty
She-
simple. They,
When it's unalive, I guess.
It was.
it was just a.
Here's the thing: the music was awesome.
Music was dope.
Okay.
It was that.
I don't remember it, so.
That's like the-
music was fun.
Oh,
main song.
Well, but you learned it in Dreamland, so I don't know. Like,
Also, small spoiler: they did put Gear 5 animated just briefly at the very end.
Yeah, very weirdly. It didn't
Yeah.
mention it or say anything. They just animated it.
He didn't say Gear 5. He just, in his final attack,
Did he laugh? Did he do
Luffy went in Gear 5. You briefly see it on screen animated, and then it goes away. And it makes sense. This movie was probably being worked on before the Gear 5 chapter dropped. I think they snuck that in as just an Easter egg in the final animation shot. But it was really cool to see it. Additionally, the animation just in general, I thought it was beautifully animated. But yeah, the cast of characters was weird. Bartolomeo was a big part of this. For some
Bartolomeo
reason.
was a huge part.
Bluno and Bart. Those
Also,
are the.
Kobe was sort of like the main character.
Oh yeah, Kobe had he became like the
captain. He was
captain
in charge.
of the Dream World people.
Yeah,
kind
he
of told
was-
them what to do. Yeah. Who
fucking-
else? Shanks, I thought was gonna be in it more,
And he
than
was not,
and he
yeah.
really wasn't. You know, he had a cool part at the end or whatever, and
They did this
He
cool
was like, ooh,
combo.
Luffy and Shanks did the father-son Kamehameha.
They did the father-son Kamehameha.
Yeah. I was I didn't expect that.
It was funny that the way to beat the Sing Sing power was you had to play a rhythm game with the
Yeah.
people inside and outside of
Yeah.
the like Dreamland, which
Yep.
was like very funny. It was like you gotta hit it at the same time.
Yeah, it was interesting. Usopp and his dad synced up their observation hockey.
Yeah.
What was the
And so that they could he was
Oh,
He's on
Shanks,
Shanks'
yeah,
crew.
yeah,
bro.
Shanks.
Come on, David.
And then they did these cool combo attacks with everybody.
Yeah. So and random people. I mean,
We're combo
Katakuri briefly had a scene in the very beginning. This motherfucker shows up in the final scene I'm here to help.
Just for the combo
Gets to do a
attack.
combo attack.
Just for the combo
Just
attack.
for a combo attack.
Wait, who did you do a combo attack with?
It was with.
I think it was with who's the Ben Beckman? Is that the guy that
yeah,
shoots the gun?
it was second command for Shanks.
The guy that shoots
Yep.
the gun with
Yep.
the bandana, I think.
Yes, very interesting film. Yeah, a lot of Brule and Oven were also pretty prevalent
they
in
were
the
like
film.
main characters.
Yeah,
They
Brule
popped out
and
of
Oven were there for
was-
most of the movie.
It was actually funny because they were like, they saved them, and then they were like, okay, we're betraying, and then they're like, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
And then they just
Cut
did.
that. They were like, yeah.
They were like, actually, we're on your side again. Never mind.
It seems like
And
if
just
you guys,
remembering that movie, I'm already.
did you guys watch Stampede? The one
No, I
before
did
this?
not, no.
Did you
No.
watch Stampede? Here's
That
the
was
thing.
my first One Piece movie.
This one in Stampede had a very similar structure.
You've never seen any other One Piece movie? Not even film 6?
No,
Six is a
I
good
watched the Chopper one.
Oh
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
the one
The
I
remake of Chopper.
Yeah.
With Frankie and Robin
That
there
shit
for
was
some
beautiful.
reason.
Can we get one with
yeah.
Jinbei now, too?
Yeah,
And
that'd be
Brooke?
sick. I did like Jinbei in this movie. He was actually cool.
Oh, Jinbei was great.
Jinbei had some good moments in this
He
movie.
had a good combo attack.
Yeah, he did too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so overall, it seems like One Piece movies are starting to fall into a very standardized structure, which is essentially Oda picks out popular characters, they get trapped in some circumstance, and all of these popular characters work together to break out of the circumstance and win. That's literally all it is. It happened in Stampede, now it's happened in this one. I feel like it's just Oda's way to pay some fan service, have some fun, and throw some special attacks around. I think that's all it is. It's kind of the same shit that the Naruto movies did, where
That is
there was
true.
the Naruto movies were always Naruto's he's in a pickle, and then he would develop some new Rasengan that only appears in that movie.
Yep.
Rainbow Rasengan,
And it-
father-son
The Rainbow
Rasengan.
Rasengan.
He did
Oh
a
my God.
father-son Rasengan in one
And
movie.
it was always Naruto, Sakura, Sasuke,
and then
and also,
battering.
Rock
It's
Lee.
also Gara. And,
Yeah, same thing. It would be a spattering of.
just
Wait,
popular
that one
characters.
with
Yes.
Rock Lee fight with the nunchucks.
Yes,
though, that
yes.
shit was kind of fire.
I think that for some reason the One Piece movies are doing that now, which is weird because we had, Strong World, and to a lesser degree Z and Film Gold. Those started to get close to the Mickey Mousing of it. Honestly,
Right.
Strong World was really the first real strong narrative one, and then Film 6, Baron Omatsuri. That's a really good narrative. Actually,
yeah.
if you guys have never seen that,
It's
one.
almost a completely separate from One Piece movie.
It really is a really cool little narrative they did, and it's got a very unique style to it. I love that one.
But even I feel like
So I don't
some
know.
of the earlier ones, it used to feel like the idea was they're brought to an interesting island that can sort of wrap up in an hour and a half.
Yep, that's exactly. Yeah, that used to be.
It's like they're
that
here,
was the old formula.
there and gone,
they're still
yeah.
kind of using that formula because Uda was also confined to the
Yeah.
music island. Stampede, they were confined to the. It was like a treasure hunt island.
Yeah,
so they're still using that formula to a degree. and that's fine. I just think that Baron Omatsuri probably was like the best narrative attempt to do that. I think it was because the cast was still small. They didn't even have all the. I don't even think Brooke was in that movie.
Nope, no
Frankie
Brooke.
wasn't even in it. I don't think.
Maybe
Maybe
pre-Water 7.
I think it might be.
Wait, I think Frankie's in it.
Is Frankie in movie 6? I don't know if he is. I'm hesitant to say that he is. It
Maybe
might
not.
just be Robin. Up to Robin.
Robin is dead.
Robin's in it. Robin's in it. So
Wait, have there been characters or like things from older movies that Oda's like written into like the canon?
no.
I don't think so.
The first time that there was any of that was with Shiki,
Yeah.
and he was in.
That's Gold,
Was
right?
that film Gold? Yeah, I think it was.
The Golden Lion,
Um,
Shiki.
But Strong World was the first one where Oda was like a producer on it. So all the ones before Strong World were just, Toei doing their thing. But then every movie since Strong World, give or take, Oda has at least like produced, script supervised, yada yada. But then Shiki's pretty much officially official.
Oh,
at this
yeah.
point.
He's like a part of the canon.
Yeah, which is like that's pretty interesting.
Wasn't he in Rocks?
Something like that or implied something.
Like he's the
Rocks?
S in Rocks, right?
I don't know if he was. I'm. You're getting ahead of
I'm
yourself.
making it up.
You're getting ahead of yourself now, David.
It sounds right to me.
I need to check the canon. But beside the point, One Piece movie. It's fun. If you like One Piece, you're probably gonna have a good time with it. This is not a movie to appeal to like mass audiences, though. you know?
Yeah. This is a One Piece.
This is like go have fun if you're a big One Piece fan. You'll like the music. You'll like the fight scenes. It's very fan servicey.
Yeah.
I don't think that Uta's like narrative was that bad. I mean, it was essentially like she wanted to do music, but then her powers got out of control. Shanks saved her essentially by damning her to this island, and then she used her powers to lull Shanks back in and try to hurt everyone just to learn the truth.
Yeah.
I was pretty narratively it was fine, and I thought Gordon was fine. I mean, it was Kendra Osuda.
Gordon was.
Kendra Osuda
Why was
voiced
his
him,
name
so
Gordon?
I don't know.
Gordon was a good.
Well, I thought it was gonna be named Frankenstein when I saw him. I was
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, I think Kitty did it. It's like,
Yeah.
oh look, Frankenstein.
Frank's like,
When
yeah.
he
I'm
showed
like,
up.
I thought he was.
Oh my God.
You're like, no.
fucking Gordon.
Is that the doctor? Is that the monster? Or is it Gordon? I don't know.
Okay, wait, but there was one big plot hole for me that really
Uh-huh.
like it was just tough for me to like. Uta didn't know that Shanks didn't actually kill the whole kingdom or whatever. It was her or whatever in her sleep. And so Gordon had been keeping that from her, and so Gordon like takes this spear and like tells her, and then she's just like, "Oh, I already know."
Oh yes.
Yeah,
no,
like,
that
no,
was,
I already
wait, I
watched it.
forgot about that.
No, I watched it actually. No, sorry, yeah, I know already.
Yeah.
You know your whole big plot point. Gordon, I feel like Gordon's whole story, his whole
That was like
his
his.
whole-
That was his moment.
his
he was
arc,
like,
yeah. He was-
Uta.
I'm finally-
Shanks wasn't the bad guy, and Uta was like, "Nah, I knew that."
No, she was like, yeah, I just already knew. I watched
Yeah,
it.
she's like, "My B."
You're like,
bruh."
Like, why?
She had like,
Why?
yeah. I mean, same thing with the medicine. I mean, it was just
Yes,
one of
it was
like,
just like, yes,
on the
why
back
even-
end, Uta was just like, what is your motivation anymore, girl? I don't know.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was
I
wacky.
I kind of think with the medicine, it was just like maybe canonically Oda didn't want to like Oda wanted to be like there is a medicine for this thing. Like
Right.
you can be
Yeah, like just in
medicine.
case we use these mushrooms in the future, like there is medicine.
There is medicine.
There's medicine.
There's medicine.
Because also the wake shroom, come on, that was like
Oh
plot
my God,
armor as
yeah.
hell. Like she was like, if she falls asleep and she's like, but she's been eating
eating
mushrooms.
wake
Oh, no.
Wait, what do you think of this, Jerry? Because I noticed this. I brought this up to Kenny. So
The mushroom.
in the very beginning,
Oh.
like the one part where I was awake, there's a part where Sanji's going through food, he's going through ingredients, and he picks up a wake shroom and he just throws it away.
Yep.
That's not in his character. It's a trash food.
Yeah, you're kind of right.
Like,
Actually,
Sanji would never throw it away.
He would never throw away trash.
he did like look at it and he was like,
Weird.
"That's weird. They got these here."
like did he know what wake shrooms
He
were?
must have known, right? Because the way he looked at it. But yeah, he never once did the word wake shroom come out of Sanji's mouth.
Yeah,
That-
he's
that
like,
whole
oh, wake
scene-
shroom.
The
Yeah.
whole scene of him doing that could be cut out of that movie.
Absolutely.
Oh,
it,
yeah.
it did nothing for nobody.
It was a what's that called?
Like a
It was a Chekhov's gun.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
it's not- no, it's
like
the opposite
him,
of Chekhov's gun.
No, wait, yeah.
Chekhov's gun is that if there's a gun, it should be fired.
Yeah, so it showed us it like as if Sanji was gonna do something about it,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he never did.
And and it was
there
just
was
like,
no follow.
Later on, they were just like, Uta also has these things. They make you stay awake.
right.
But they kill you.
All it was like a minor like tip to the fact that we're going to learn what those are later.
Yeah.
But it should have been Sanji that did it. You know what I mean?
They already did that in the opening scene. Whenever Uta's like on the
like very
on
beginning,
the camera, she's like eating them.
Yeah.
Whenever we see her from first person.
Right,
So it's
right,
like,
right. We already knew. There was already a
They,
hint towards
they
it.
already foreshadowed.
So
it.
unless Sanji was going to do something to stop it, there was no reason to show him seeing
I don't know why
it.
they had to do my boy Sanji.
They
Like
did
that.
it was pretty. It was pretty dirty. It was pretty dirty.
They did
It was
it
pretty dirty.
I'm trying to think who all had big... Frankie pretty much was sidelined the whole movie. Brooke got them out of the thing, and that was it.
Frankie did a lot of moves though.
He did do a lot of attacks.
He did. I feel like every single
Well, I was
time
trying to think,
he
like,
attacked,
who
it was
had a
new attack
usefulness? Because, like, Robin had to read the thing to learn how to beat the Tot Land guy.
Yep.
Usopp had to match up with his dad so they could play the rhythm game.
Yep.
Brooke had to get them out of the bar staff by singing.
Wait, did Chopper do anything?
No, Chopper
No.
was pretty useless.
Zoro, Chopper,
Actually, Chopper was,
Sanji.
I think, completely replaced by Law.
Yeah.
Wait,
oh, yeah.
Zoro didn't do anything?
What did Zoro do in that
Zoro
movie?
whacked people.
He,
on it.
oh, yeah. He kept showing up and be like, I guess I'm ready to fight.
Zoro just kept cutting things.
There was,
No,
like,
he did-
multiple-
He
there
cut
was a-
one.
That-
He cut,
What did he do?
do be
remember
cutting
where they
things.
froze someone? Did they cut up their legs? Or those like
I don't know why I'm not remembering that. I don't know.
creatures.
I
don't
just
know.
feel like Zoro kept showing up and he'd be like, I knew we were gonna fight.
He like stretching his arms like, I'm
yeah,
ready to go.
he like rolled up like at least 3 times in that movie like that. I was like, oh
Zoro
lord.
was he was brawling. I mean,
He was ready to ball. But yeah, Sanji was pretty useless. Zoro was pretty useless. Chopper was pretty useless. Jinbei
did some
He did-
Fishman
he did some-
karate.
He did some Fishman karate.
again pretty useless. I mean, he really didn't
Yeah.
do much other than that. He was
true.
cool.
That's just
but-
it. I feel like whenever he gets all Mickey Mouse, not every character can do
No,
things.
no, because yeah,
Kobe
people
and
who had like
Law
actual Kobe was relevant.
Yep.
Bluno was randomly relevant.
Yeah, Bluno
like,
was pretty-
multiple times had to help the story progress. Law was there for a reason. He pretty much saved their asses multiple times.
Yep.
Because he kept boop boop boop.
Moving
Didn't
boop,
everybody
Luchi
boop.
do
around.
anything?
Beppo was there literally just for comedy.
No, Beppo was there. Yeah. He
Beppo was a running gag
He
for
literally
some
turned into
reason.
a little guy
Yeah.
and everything. It was like the
He was a
Beppo
running
was only
gag.
comedy. Sunny was there. Sunny's soul.
Oh yeah, the House
So
of Sunny got
canonically,
Sunny
has a
anthropomorphized
soul. Yeah,
suddenly. That was interesting. What else was running around in this movie?
I'm about to say.
Oh my God.
Literally, it was like Chopper, Sunny, Bluno, and Beppo all just like not doing shit.
Yeah, they were
like
all
their
just
whole
jokes.
job was
They
to
were all
not do
jokes.
anything.
Yeah,
And
yeah. That was weird.
but also there were like 7 songs. So this is like basically a musical. Like,
Yeah, the
No,
biggest
not
thing-
basic. This
it
was a
is.
musical.
The biggest thing
This
I
is a
learned,
musical.
I was expecting this to be like an action, and not even action, but like I was not expecting it to be a musical. And when I
was a
realized it was a
musical.
musical, I was like, fuck.
It was a musical.
I wasn't. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, just expect it to be a musical.
Yeah.
If that's not like, is
If you didn't.
it even like publicly like announced or like is it being like advertised as a musical?
I don't know what you're saying, David.
uh,
What do they have to do? They need to like.
The
do they
new
need to be like?
musical
Yeah, no.
animated
Is that what?
One
Do
Piece Feel
they need to
Red.
fucking toss it in your face?
Look.
like if you
They
didn't
do.
know,
They
this
do.
shit's a musical.
Unless it's Healer Girl the movie, I'm not going to think it's a musical.
yeah. That's why they
my
said in
lord.
Joker 2 that it's going to be a musical.
See, something like that. Exactly. Thank you, King.
They
Something
said
like that.
pretty explicitly.
I want to say, yeah, I think you're right. It wasn't fully advertised. As a
And it's
musical.
also more like an
But I
idol
do think that
show
when they
movie,
started
I guess.
announcing
No,
the
it's
musics and the songs and that Uda was going to be a singer, I think
I
people
thought
caught
that'd
on.
be like the theme song of it.
No, I
Like,
think-
after hearing the
oh.
beginning, like, cause I know anime movies have like an opening song. I thought that
Right.
was it.
I think
and then
people-
there was like
yeah.
It's just-
6-7 more songs.
She's a
and I was
singer,
like,
and her
oh.
power is based on songs. So, like,
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta expect some songs.
No, like
during
there was a
fights.
point where I was like, oh, there's gonna be songs throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And I was like,
The songs during fights thing, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
and I liked how they did it too.
Overall,
it looked great.
I actually
parts that
liked
was
the
awake.
movie. I really had a good time.
Yeah.
I could understand why, especially someone who's really not like a diehard One Piece fan. This is probably not gonna be their favorite movie or whatever.
Yeah.
This is really like for the fans, and it's for someone who wants to have a good time and just watch a cool anime movie. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we talk about
although I want to reassure, I liked this better than My Hero Academia. All 3 of their movies.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like film.
Wait, you
2
didn't like
was
the
good.
team
No.
You didn't like the team
No,
up?
I
I,
like
hate
film-
the one where Bakugo gets All Might's
Film
power.
2 is my favorite.
That one makes me.
Dude.
I hated that one. If I
my
were to say
favorite
The
one.
double United
I think
States
the
of Smash?
first My Hero was my favorite one, and then the third one, and then the second one. But I still think I liked Film Red better than the My Hero movies.
Damn.
But I do think I like Demon Slayer Mugen Train better than
Oh,
Film Red.
whoa.
We gotta watch all the Fate's Day ones too, because if UFO Table,
Isn't there a shit ton?
there's just 3. The Heaven's
Okay,
Feel.
we can try. We can try.
There's
It
3.
can be
We'll
fun.
talk about
It
it.
can be fun. Okay, let's move on. What were we gonna say?
Tokyo Revengers is over.
It's over.
That
It
last
was-
chapter is
I haven't read it,
funny.
but I need.
Can I
need
tell
to.
you, Jerry? It was pretty fucking Mickey Mouse.
It was
Let's be up front.
man.
It was pretty.
We say that. Okay, what I hate is that right as it was coming to an end, Ken Wakui was like, "Oh, I've got 2 spin-offs already planned." So I'm like, "It's not over. You're just gonna write
Yeah.
more."
Yep.
I'm like,
He
"You
should
need
have ended it when he should have ended it, and then still do the spin-offs.
Yeah, but
his ending would have been good.
Hey, can I tell you something? The ending is exactly the same as that part before,
But
where
everyone's alive
Mikey
now.
wasn't there.
Everyone's
and
alive now.
Everybody's alive.
But Super Smash Brothers, everyone's here.
It was
Everyone is
Mickey
here.
Mouse's shit, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, they were like, also, Kisaki, he's our friend now too.
He's a good guy.
They were like,
Everyone
Mikey's brother, alive.
alive and well.
Emma?
Emma
Alive.
alive.
Oh
Married
my
to
God.
Draken. Draken, guess what?
Draken,
Alive. You remember
alive.
Baji? Baji's been dead for years.
Alive.
Alive. Everybody's back. Tokyo.
Wait, what about the one guy's older brother? That,
alive?
No.
Isana.
Alive.
No
Alive.
way.
No,
You're
yeah.
shitting
No,
me.
alive.
The guy that was absolute like murderous
Like-
asshole.
No,
Alive.
they just befriended him whenever they were
Yeah,
in fifth grade.
they befriended him and they
Brought him
raised
back
him
around.
to be a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
person.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the dude was like a complete
No,
narcissistic
dude.
asshole.
See, they've been, especially Takemichi. He's lived that life so many times. He knows exactly what to do and say now.
Also, it canonically said that
And he's got Mikey with him.
They could have left that guy out. He
Shifu,
could
They
have
could have
left.
left Kasaki out.
Yeah, they should have left Kisaki out. He was also a piece
No,
of
they
shit.
brought him in.
No.
He killed.
They literally brought I'm telling you, everybody was Mickey Mouse. Even some of the real murderous characters, like the twin brothers or whatever that were murderous,
Yeah.
and like the guys with like the slashed up mouth. Like,
They showed up.
yes,
Also,
everybody got Mickey Mouse.
The
here.
biggest disappointment plot hole out of all this for me was we've learned jack shit about Hanma. We've never learned anything about his character, about like
Who cares?
his motivations, intentions.
David Takemichi went
Who
back
was
to
that?
5th grade.
He has
Someone
Sin
from
and
the last
Punishment
arc?
tattoos on his hand.
See someone in the last arc?
No,
Yeah.
no, Hanma,
He was in the anime.
He's been around forever.
He's like tall. He's like has like
he's
a really deep
Kisaki's like
voice.
second-hand man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We never learn anything about him.
Yep. Even after there's like,
Is he at the?
yeah,
Oh,
he-
he's friends with him.
Mickey
Yeah,
Mouse.
he's cool.
Yeah, he gets Mickey
He's
Mouse.
cool. He's Mickey Mouse. Yeah.
No, he gets Mickey
Hey,
Mouse.
everyone's friends. They're all happy. Okay.
Yep. I'm telling you, Jerry. The last chapter is it just is like it shows names and a new drawing of them, and it's like they're doing this.
There's just no way he could have done it any worse. Like I just don't
Yeah.
get it. Like
You know, like at the end of the
like this is the worst possible conclusion. Even if we all knew this was boiling towards something like it, what made the first time of it so great is that some people couldn't be saved. That theme was strong.
Yeah.
And at that point, it felt very like relevant because you see all these characters that did get to a happy conclusion, but some of them stayed dead. Some of them stayed bad. Some of them, there were some ways that in that you can learn that like this lesson of like you can't save everyone, and that's that's an interesting lesson and could have been such a powerful theme. And then Waku
No,
was like,
that's just it. He said,
scratch that shit.
You can save everyone.
We're gonna do it.
No, I mean, I think even
Double
like
time leap.
the saving everyone thing doesn't really bother me. It's just like the whole execution of it was just like really poorly done.
It's tough.
And then it's like he wrote himself into a hole and he was like, I don't know how the fuck to get out of here. Let me just say in 3 chapters, Takemichi and Mikey save everybody and happily ever after.
Yeah,
Yep.
I do think
And it's like
and I do think
the
there
ending
was
stuff
some
was cool, but
there was some groundwork laid for. I think even near the beginning, the idea that Takemichi was going to eventually have to save Mikey's older brother to save Mikey.
Yeah.
I think that was set up well, and I don't know if it's executed well in the end, but I do think that to some degree he was going to get there. But you don't have to save Kisaki or the other. Like those don't have to be those
well,
characters.
to prevent Hinata from dying in the future, the only way to do that is
To make Kisaki
make
his
him
friend.
make them all good people.
That's just it. Takemichi just makes everybody a good person, and then they all become good people. That's it. That's the whole thing. Takemichi
It's
is
just-
infectious.
And the
What a
thing that's even also like
strange
even
finale.
stupider is that Takemichi fails. Like he dies in Mikey's arms, and
Wait, what if this is all just fake? The real ending
you think
is
it's just
Takemichi
like
is just
Takemichi's
dead.
imagination or something.
Yeah. It's just his imagination.
What did
Some Harry Potter.
Did he die in his arms? That's when the second time leap happened or
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
He died in his arms. Mikey cries like on his hand, and his hand is on
And they go
Takemichi's
back to
hand,
5th grade
and they go
together.
back to 1st grade.
Both of them.
He's like, I'm in 1st grade.
Mikey
leaped
They-
too.
they-
Yes,
both
Mikey
leaped.
leaped.
Oh, Lord.
Takemichi gets out of his bed. He's in 1st grade. He runs to Mikey's house because I think he knows where he lives. Goes
course.
there
They
and he
live in the
sees
same neighborhood.
Mikey. He sees like Draken and Baji and Emma, and then he sees Mikey. He's like, Mikey? And Mikey's like, Takemichi? And then they're both like, we both time leaped.
And then it gets Mickey Mouse, bro.
And it's Mickey Mouse. And then
They're it's Mikey and
What in the freaky? What in the
Literally,
hell?
it's
We're
just
both
like-
here.
it's like Mikey and Takemichi then meets up with the original Manji gang. It's like, let's form the Manji gang.
Yeah.
Except also with this guy, my friend Teta Kisaki.
Oh my god! I gotta read this.
That's it. I mean,
there's only, like,
and then
what?
it's just Mickey Mouse's for
I
10
ended like
pages.
chapter 220. There's only like 270 chapters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I could probably read. I could probably read it in one sitting.
Oh, yeah, for
50
sure.
It's super
Easy
to
read.
binge
Yeah, it's
through.
easy binge.
But,
Tokyo
yeah.
Revengers
I
is
gotta-
tough.
I
It's
gotta
just a tough.
pull
It's a
it up.
tough.
Well, this next animated season will be really cool.
The writing on the wall was there, man. It was all there. We all knew it was
Yeah.
coming. So okay.
After he continued that final arc, it was like, oh no. We were like, oh.
Yeah. What else? Did we have other news, David? I don't want to talk about Tokyo Revengers anymore.
The new Bleach promo was cool.
I feel like you sent us.
Oh, the Bleach promo. Well, I just sent
The
like
Bleach
TikTok
promo?
stuff.
Remember
Yeah,
the original
old-
Gote
Yeah,
13?
the original
Oh,
Gote
we
13.
should talk about that.
Which
briefly.
I think, yeah. So it's Ukitake and Kairaku on the right.
Do we think that's who it is over
Yeah,
there?
and then they're in the top
And
right
Unohana
corner.
too,
And then
maybe?
Unohana. Definitely Unohana. And then obviously Yamamoto's in the middle. I don't know who the rest of those people are, though.
So, listeners, on Twitter, there has
Yes.
been this picture going around, and it's Tite Kubo's. Like, I think it's the first time we've ever seen these characters of the original 13 Court Guard Squad captains when Yamamoto was like younger. I think when he like first became the head captain.
Which, by the way, they did some canon bending this last episode because they said that basically the Quincy purging happened 200 years prior.
Oh, then it's
But
like 1,000.
The Quincy War occurred 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Basically, they had a big war with them 1,000 years ago actively. Then 200 years prior in the past, the one that Uryu always talked about, the 13 Court Guard squads just decided to exterminate Quincy's altogether because of the balance and how the worlds would shift. And obviously without their king Yahawaha,
Take a bite of gum gum.
So what happened? Did you explain where this image comes from?
So this photo's been going around because it's going to be in an included poster in issue 51 of Weekly Shonen Jump.
Yes.
And I don't even know how people even got that
just-
image, like
It's
that
people.
quality image.
Someone got.
This is like colored in and everything,
David.
I guess. I don't know. But
I don't know if you know this. There are scanners that exist. You can actually,
It's
if
crazy.
you have a
It's
physical
actually insane.
image, you can actually lay it on a scanner. You
And
can
it
scan the
scans it
image digitally.
straight
Yeah.
in.
I don't know.
It's crazy, bro.
He said, "Where the David?
How did
where-
they get such a
where the
high
hell
quality
now?"
photo of this thing that exists only as a printed piece of paper? Okay, how did they do that? You gotta tell me how,
David.
please.
look, yo, I'm just really excited for Chinese.
Okay, but no, okay. So
But yeah, so that's it. Though.
poster Jump.
It's
People
cool.
leaked it because the people get hands on Jump quite a bit early in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they publish something like 3 weeks ahead of time or something like that.
And get in the comments if you recognize any of the other characters.
Yeah.
in the poster.
The poster that's
It's
been
a
going
sick
around.
poster.
It's a cool poster. I do think that in the book
it says
there's some sort of information around it, but I don't know if that's been translated yet. I saw some sort of images with it, so I'm curious when that gets translated. Because a lot of people are pissed because it's like Kubo dropped this info. People are like, classic Kubo drops this image and doesn't give us any fucking information about it.
You're like, who are all these
What
guys?
the? Yeah, exactly. So
Which I don't know if those people were like mentioned at all in the Bleach light novels.
maybe.
Oh, that's
actually.
possible.
I'm
'Cause I think
curious.
that, like outside of the manga, I think that's the only other like. I don't even know if that's
Canon
canon.
source? Yeah, I don't
I'm
know
assuming
either.
it's canon. I don't know if Tite did like any of the story
Right.
for that, but
Bro, also they're stealing the Bankais, bro.
they be stealing the Bankais, but you
stealing
can't
the
steal Ichigo's
Bankais.
because he's Ichigo.
Well, that's because his
It's not really a Bankai.
let's
Okay. Let's do a news roundup. I have a couple things
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
seeing.
you
on
got
here.
some things?
Well, I just checked the
Wait,
text.
I know
that we
I've been
have.
talking a lot, but can I do the Black Lagoon?
Yeah, that was actually one of my next ones I was going to say. Yeah, but
Okay,
first,
you say.
David sent this article about. He said manga creator demands payment after Elon Musk uses their art. I can't read all this, David. I don't know. The ordeal came to light on Twitter as Kentaro Sato, the creator of Magical Girl site, called out Musk in a message. The artist shared a meme originally posted by Musk in November 2022, criticized its use of his artwork without permission. Twitter's new CEO, Elon Musk, has been posting my drawings without permission, so I'd like a usage fee of $1 billion in dollars. He wrote in a follow-up tweet, Sunza went on to show where the
He's
meme
getting it.
artwork of Aya Asaguri comes from, and he asked readers to support the manga by checking out its first volume.
Yeah, so TLDR, Elon be doing what Elon does.
Yeah.
And just doing whatever the fuck he wants.
It sounds like a good manga creator is capitalizing on the fact that somebody
He's
famous
like, hey,
was
Elon, give me $1 billion.
posted his meme.
I mean,
His
if he's
manga.
setting the cost at $1 billion, then I mean that's what
He's got to
must
pay.
gotta
I
pay.
mean,
Yeah.
you know.
I actually checked the fine print, and
Yeah,
he's
he's
gonna
got
have
to pay it. So
Yeah.
now Elon Musk is paying
That
that
was $1
manga
billion.
Elon
creator.
just like tweet
$1 billion.
a picture of it or something?
I think he just tweeted it. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
It's probably not. It's
I do think that manga's pretty good though.
Yeah.
Shoujo site, right?
Magical Girl site.
Magical Girl site. It's kind of like it's like Medaka Box, but
Oh, that's
Or-
kind of cool.
yeah. That's
Like
what
Medaka Box.
yeah.
Is that
Magical
just like
Box is-
Magical Girl?
You
No
imagine
show?
we were like fucked up though.
No, you're thinking about not Medaka Box.
Oh shit!
You're thinking about,
Madoka
Magica.
Magica.
Madoka Magica.
What the
Thank
fuck
you.
is that? Okay.
I was like Medaka Box is about high schoolers that have like supernatural powers.
No, okay. I'm thinking about Madoka
I was thinking
Magica.
Megalobox.
It's like yeah, they're. wait. What's the plot of that one?
Yeah, what's
It's
Megalobox?
literally
How does that
real,
one
it's
go?
literally real steel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's kind
that's
of true.
true.
Actually, kind of true. He's kind of
But
right.
the whole point of the
Yeah, David's kind of
It's
right.
real-
Yeah, it's literally it is
Real
literally
Steel the
Steel.
anime.
real
Yeah,
still the
it's kinda
anime.
Real Steel.
Which I
but
mean,
yeah,
I
it's like-
love.
No Hugh Jackman though. So.
Yeah. I mean, without Hugh Jackman, was it really real? Still?
Is it really Real Steel?
Um,
Okay, what, Ken?
that just Magical Girl site's pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, Elon should pay him $1
Elon
billion.
paid $1 billion.
$1 billion.
He requested $1 billion
In dollars.
in dollars.
Not
Wait,
yen.
Wait, Jerry, what else is there? What else is there?
Well, the next thing is the one you want to know.
Oh God! Oh God, I'm bald.
He like went off the camera too. He like transcended.
David, you're
Listeners, I'm sorry, I got really excited.
He
So
transcended
Black
reality.
Lagoon is returning in the January issue of I can't remember the name of it. It's like GX.
You're just all over the place here. Sunday GX is the name
Sunday
of the magazine.
GX.
It's actually the December issue.
Oh, it's December.
It is. It'll be the first issue.
But
you know,
it'll be released in.
It's no. It releases in December.
Oh.
It is the first issue of 2023. If you
That's-
don't know, it's just like Weekly Shonen Jump.
Yeah,
you
they
get
start
the
over in
numbering actually
December.
starts in December. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The year doesn't start the same time as in Japan.
It's the same way like Jump Festa is in in December.
Yeah.
But it's generally the year following it or whatever. So like
yeah.
we
It's
got
like
2023.
but
Yes.
it'll be in 2023.
22.
Right,
yes.
right. It all makes sense to me. Calendars.
December. We get a new chapter of Black Lagoon.
Black Lagoon is, I guess, officially coming off of hiatus. So
Yep.
get excited.
Yep.
Because I am very fucking excited.
Damn, Hunter x Hunter and Black Lagoon coming out at the same time.
This has been a wild year for things coming back.
And honestly, Bleach is on TV again. I don't know what
Yeah,
to say.
we're living. We're living,
alive.
boys.
We're
Okay.
alive.
We get
Other than
Stone
that,
Ocean
Is it time for some
soon,
TikTok?
total small plug. Official Shonen Jump store dropped some Jujutsu Kaisen merch. If you guys want to go check that out. Not sure if it'll still be live by the time this episode goes live.
Did you like any
But,
of them? 'Cause
I know I hated
was
it all,
like,
so-
this is trash.
Actually-
Additionally, David has a big crush on Marie Tamara on Instagram. You can
No!
look her
Bro.
up.
Ah!
He's really loving that.
Damn, David,
so,
that's
uh,
she's sending, bro?
She's pretty cool though.
and I don't know if you guys have heard, but the word is out.
Okay,
What?
talk,
The hollowed Shadow 4 have been decided. So there's the big 3, and there's
Wait,
the
for what
hollowed
magazine, Jerry? For what magazine?
for.
Weekly Shonen Jump? No. Read the tweet.
What's it say? What's
What?
it say?
No, this is not the. I'm looking at the hollowed Shadow 4. Got to be the best generation of manga oat.
Oh, I'll look at something.
Which
else.
one are you? Were you looking at
I'm looking
the?
at a different one. The one
No, I think the one you
What's
saw
going on?
was parodying this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
So this one's been popping off today. Someone just tweeted the hollowed Shadow 4 gotta be the best generation of manga, and he typoed out and put oat. And
Oat.
the images are Jujutsu Kaisen, Hell's Paradise, Chainsaw Man, and Tokyo Revengers.
Wait.
And
Tokyo
And
Revengers?
Tokyo Revengers.
Hollowed Shadow 4.
The-
I would agree, actually.
What does that even mean?
This is the first time where I just want to disassociate from the community. I don't want to be a part of it anymore.
You're like, I'm dropping
I don't.
anime.
Two of those are
I
completed.
quit.
What is the hollowed Shadow 4, Kenny?
Bro, don't you know?
Oats, Kenny,
I have
oats.
a
It's the
demon.
best manga oat.
I have a demon trapped in my arm. That's why I know that they're the Hollowed Shadow 4. It tells
Honestly,
me,
this
bro.
is the most. I don't want to use
It's
the word
actually
cringe.
hilarious.
It's-
I did not take it seriously.
It's edgy. It's like
I love the
garbo.
edge. The
Like
edge.
don't.
That's what you need.
At least if you're gonna try to come up with some sort of like new nomenclature for some sort of new group of
What's your
popular
Hollow
series.
4?
Yeah, what are yours?
What's
Hollowed
your
Shadow
Hollow
4,
what's your
bro.
Hollow Shadow 4.
Hollow
Jerry?
Shadow 4.
I would never refer to something as that. ever in my entire life.
Come on, Jerry, drop your
Okay,
hollow,
you're-
drop your
yeah,
hollow shadow.
bring
form.
They
down
might as
your-
well. They might as well be like, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse of the manga generation, or some bullshit.
I'm not
like
hearing you
that.
list off your hollowed 4.
Yeah, what am I
I
Hollow
don't know.
Shadow
What the,
for?
okay, let's try
Also,
to.
Tokyo
Okay,
Revengeance on there?
let's
What the-
let me
it's
just
so
let's
Mickey
use
Mouse,
some
bro.
brains real
Wait,
quick.
let's define. Let's define. Wait, what is
If
it?
we were
Hollowed
to if we were to
shadow,
create
what?
a Hollow Shadow 4, and we want to follow some of the same things that made Big 3 the Big 3.
Yep.
So we're thinking dark, popular, shonen, most likely all running in the same magazine.
Demon Slayer.
Would they all need to be currently running?
Wait, do they
when the
need to
Big
be
3
the same
became
magazine?
the Big 3, they were all currently running, but clearly some of them ended at some point.
Yeah,
They're still...
yeah.
Well, the original Big 3 all came from the same magazine.
I think it's just because of what those big 3 were exactly. I mean, Bleach, Naruto.
But
and
what I'm saying is that
One
we
Piece?
try to use, let's try to actually use some restriction here because we can't just
Okay,
be like
so-
the Hollow
so
Shadow
restricted-
4. It's
so-
Gachi Akuta and no, I don't
Here's
know.
my
So
Hollow
restricted
Shadow
weekly
4.
shonen.
Are you ready?
Well, it doesn't have to be.
Here's mine. Hollow Shadow 4. Vampire Knight, Vampire Knight, Vampire Knight, and Vampire Knight. Okay, not more can be said than that. Does it go much further than that? Need I say more?
Need I say
Wait,
more?
what magazine did Vampire Knight run in?
One of the shoujo ones. I don't
It was
know
like
what it's called.
Besatsu. I
Yuki
think.
Cross at the Cross
No.
Academy.
So let's talk about it. Let's call it. Okay, so if we were to actually name a Hollow Shadow 4, let's go currently running. Maybe not has to be Weekly Shonen Jump. Let's just
Okay.
try to
Don
think.
Don.
Well,
Okay.
maybe Shonen Jump Plus.
They're hollowed and
Does
shadow.
Shonen Jump Plus have a Hollow Shadow 4?
No.
Are you really sticking to the
One
the
magazine?
imprint?
One magazine?
It's one of the things that made
that's
the
not.
Big
That's
3.
not. Look
the
at the Hollow
reason
Shadow 4 here.
they're all
different
over the place.
magazines. Yeah, I know,
They're
so-
all over the place.
Yeah, so that's-
I'm saying one of the things that made the Big 3 the Big 3 is that they all ran in the same magazine. That's why they were called.
But this
the
isn't the
Three.
big 3. This is the Hollow
Hollow
Shadow
Shadow
4.
You're getting
They
confused.
transcend
You were getting
magazine
confused. You're
publications,
confused. Okay.
Jerry.
This is the Hollow Shadow 4.
The Hollow Shadow 4 exists.
Sis.
I'm gonna blow my brains out.
Transcendent.
I'm done.
Oh,
I'm done.
God.
It's all gone.
Okay,
It's all over.
okay.
Anime culture's done. Lose it. Get over it. I'm honestly. I should
Gates
have.
coming
I
close.
should have gate kept years ago. I should have never let these fuckers in.
The gates
Fuck the Hollow Shadow.
No
4.
more anime fans, okay?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
Dawn to Dawn. Let's do stuff that's currently running and that has a popular fan base and is actually selling well.
Sakamoto Day.
Is that a Hollow Shadow? Is it really
There's
Shadow
about
enough?
assassins,
Is
bro.
it Hollowed Shadow enough though, Kenny?
It's like he's like,
Is it Hollowed Shadow enough?
bro. He's like John Wick. Okay?
That's like trying
he's
to
like
say
John
like
Wick.
that's like trying to put Kaiju number 8 in the
John
Hollowed
Wick
Shadow
is.
4. No, you can't put Kaiju
No.
number 8 in there, right? Can we?
Kaiju number 8? I would, but it's like.
Okay,
alright.
wait. I want to add the brand new manga,
Kaiju number 8
Mystery
started getting
Family or
announced,
whatever. Hollow Shadow.
So maybe Dawn to Dawn, Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, and
Attack on Titan.
no, that's
No.
too old.
I'm thinking of ongoing.
Yeah, let's try to give it ongoing, at
ongoing?
least some sort of twinge.
Hollow.
That's actually a pretty solid 3 right there.
But we need a Hollow Shadow
We have
4.
four.
Yeah, these were the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
I guess.
Is there a fourth that like fits the description?
Oh
and,
yeah,
like,
the
is
one
selling
I
well?
sent you.
No, I'm not some
I don't know about
incel
that one.
bully
I don't know
killer.
about
No.
that one. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, David.
Jeez, I'm trying to look at like all the new stuff I've bought. See if
Hollow
there's anything-
Shadow.
Oh, Blood on the Tracks.
No, that's not a Hollow Shadow 4.
That's Hollow Shadow 4.
No.
Totally Bound?
No, I'm not. No, that's not even dark.
It's
That's like
poop.
literally normal.
I'm telling you, I'm just gonna vote for the new Shonen Jump, the brand new one with the weird family with no memory.
No, that's not Hollow Shadow 4.
Oh, I
That's
mean,
not
that
dark
has
enough.
potential.
That's not dark enough. Is it Chojin X? Is that the fourth in the Hollow
Chojin
Shadow
X.
4?
Chojin X. That
Chojin
Chojin
X.
No,
Actually,
that
that's
one's-
a good Shadow Hollow 4.
Yeah.
That's a great Shadow Hollow 4.
It's
I'm
so
not gonna
edgy.
lie.
No,
Hollow
I hate
Shadow.
it.
That's mine. So Dandadan, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chojin X, Chainsaw Man.
The Hollow-
Chojin
there it is.
X.
The Hollow.
Honestly,
The word is out. The Hollow Shadow 4
It's
have been
Chojin
decided.
X. Go ahead and
You guys, no.
tweet it right
Wait,
now. Tweet it
I've
right
actually
now.
been reading every single chapter of Chojin X, and it's the only Sui Ishida. Because I've not read Tokyo Ghoul, but honestly, I like Chojin X a lot.
David, I need you to quote tweet this tweet and
Quote it,
be like
quote it.
the real Hollowed Shadow 4.
Yeah, no, you
is
should
real
the
Hollowed
real
You should
Hollowed
do
Shadow
that.
4.
I'd do it right now.
The real Hollowed
Okay,
Shadow
yeah,
4.
But you'd have to have an image of Chojin X.
Well, I'll do it later. I'll do it for the podcast.
Do it later.
But,
Okay.
Wait,
Well, that
so-
brings us. Huh?
Can you transition to the new Jump series? Was pretty cool.
Let's talk
We
about
have
it
to
really quick, and then let's watch the TikToks.
Yeah. I'll pull them up.
Last news piece. We mentioned in our last episode there are 4 new Jump series coming. The first one has come out. The next one comes out in a couple days. The first one that came out is called Ichinosei's Family Sins or something like
Yep.
that. Did you read it?
I read it.
Okay, so it's by the same guy who made Taco P's Original Sin, which is very popular in Japan. Didn't really get an English translation yet. Maybe we will. I think it'd be cool. Can we get much further than this?
Can it go much further?
I'd
Go
buy
much
it
further than this?
instantly, yeah.
But the Ichinose one is different. But it's doing very well digitally.
Yeah.
I heard that it's got some really impressive numbers on Manga Plus. We all three read it.
Yep.
Thoughts?
It had a very, very odd, like, it felt one way and then went the other.
Right.
That twist in the end was not expecting it.
Yeah.
I think the art's original, too. I think it looks good.
It felt a lot like, and I said this to you guys already, but it just gave me Promised Neverland vibes.
A little bit.
A little bit differently, but in the same way that like the setup for Promised Neverland is kind of initially seems cutesy, and essentially at the end of the first chapter it drops a bomb on you and it becomes psychological horror after that, right?
Yeah.
And eventually like kind of just like an action shonen at some point in Promised Neverland's run. But
Yeah.
I do think the art is very different. There's a very different stylized, and obviously
it's pretty unique.
being set in a modern thing for Ichinose, that definitely changes things a little bit. But it's given Death Note, it's given Promised Neverland, but I think with maybe it's going to be even more.
I think it's going to be, I think it'll still maintain a little bit of its cuteness, though. I think the whole point
I
was
think
just
that's
sort
kind of its style.
It's like,
I
who
wanna
cares
see
what's
like-
happened yesterday? Can you build and go
That's
forward,
why people
you know?
like Taco Peas, I think, because it
Yeah.
also kind of had this sort of
That
like
But it was like a super like
dark twist, yeah,
like
a dark twist on something with like a. So I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I want to read Taco Peas. I need to read it still, but
Yeah.
and but this one looks. I'd say I don't want to.
It's a gripping first chapter,
It definitely a very gripping first chapter, I think.
and it just makes me very excited for.
Yeah.
I think a lot of like good things in that first chapter. That
Honestly-
I'm like, okay, if things continue, then I will still be interested.
My strike record with Shonen Jump is pretty fucking abysmal. So
Well, I mean, they just
first I
kinda-
liked Red Hood, it got canceled. Then I liked the Ashimon, it got canceled. I liked Akane Banashi, it's doing really great.
That one's undeniable.
That was-
I liked
that-
Aliens Area,
that
it
was
got
undeniable.
canceled.
Yeah.
So those are the of the ones that have come out over the last 2 or 3 years. Those are probably my 4 favorites that got canceled or
Hey, but
keep
Glinka
going.
and Luna.
What?
That's still-
Gluna
that's
and
still-
Glinka, Glinka,
Glinka,
Glinka, and
Luna,
Gluna
Luna
and
and Glinka.
Glunka and Gluna.
It's like the second to last series that came out. The series before.
I don't
David's
read
the only one
ones that
reading.
ones that are exceptionally bad. I don't read. Okay.
Yeah,
it's
ones-
good.
Kenny said ones that are
I got
exceptionally bad.
haters. I
got haters on my
I
dick.
think last week was the first week of it being ranked. So
Oh,
I
I'll
need to
have
see
to
like
check
where
it
it
out.
placed.
Yeah.
I hope it.
I mean,
plays
it's a weird
well,
time
'cause
for the
it's really-
magazine.
I really
it might
enjoy
do
it.
well. You never know, but Akane is just doing so
No, it's
good.
it's an undeniable.
I loved it.
I think he's also like really well set out, like what she needs to accomplish in understandable ways. I think it's been really good because I think that
It is it's filling the sports thing that's
Yeah.
missing for me.
Rakugo was confusing. Where in sports it's just like we want to win this tournament.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, sure, we already had a tournament arc, which I kind of
It's true.
expected.
She-
I think
she
we're gonna
shit
get,
on it,
and then
too.
we already got we get like very like it feels like sports training arcs to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think Akane Banashi is definitely gonna fill that role of sports.
I want there to be like a sports manga though.
No, I do.
I want them to do
I hope in
like
one of these sports
like
it's-
hockey.
Do you want it to be
or
like-
some bullshit.
you want it to
like
be-
bowling?
What's
Bowling?
crazy is-
That'd be pretty dope.
the hockey one's
No, I
coming
don't
back.
think
Did y'all hear about that?
No.
The guy who made Golden Kamui, before he made Golden Kamui, he had a hockey manga that was a seinen hockey manga, and it got canceled, sadly. Then he started Golden Kamui. He loved it. I guess his thing with finishing up Golden Kamui because
gonna
it was
go
so
back to
successful, he was like, I want my hockey manga back. So he's like
Wow.
making new chapters for it.
No
which-
way.
Yeah, kind of cool. I might
Golden
check it
Kamui's
out.
done.
I
right?
want
He's
another.
done, yeah.
I want another American football manga. Honestly,
Is that what we need? American football?
I haven't seen it in so long.
You know what's interesting is there's only been like, I mean, they've pretty much done everything in Weekly Shonen
The
Jump.
sports are getting nicher too.
What
Like,
should we? I mean, soccer's super popular right now, so maybe they need to do a
it's World
soccer
Cup
one.
time? I mean,
Yeah.
Maybe they need to do a soccer one because Kodansha's got a soccer one running right now,
yeah.
which is Blue Lock, and then they also, I think Kodansha
Well,
also
that's not
has.
sports.
Yeah, you're right, but that's what we need.
Yeah.
If they're gonna do a sports in Weekly Shonen Jump, it needs to be a twist on the sports genre.
Mm.
It cannot be. They can't replicate Haikyuu. They keep trying and nothing's happening. You know what I mean? Like,
They have their like romance.
We need a
sports kind of.
We need another
series right
Death
now
Game
with Blue
sports.
Box.
I would love to see like a
Do you think they'll
baseball
do it?
Death Game sports.
you think
one.
they'll copy it? What if they did do that?
baseball.
If they copy it, then it's just gonna feel really formulaic. But if they do it well, maybe it'll
It
work.
might be good because the sports are different. You know.
It'd be cool. I'd watch it or I'd read
If
it.
they include death, would that not make it a shonen? Like,
What do you
would
mean?
it still be
People
like
die in Shonen all the time.
Chainsaw
But I
Man
mean,
has
like,
totally changed the
You're
landscape.
right. I forgot
what-
Chainsaw Man's in it. I was thinking of
They
like
die?
no, I was thinking like if they like combined like
You know,
like
Ace
if they
died,
made
man.
a baseball series that could be a potential Hollowed Shadow 4. And it's like baseball, but it's like super dark and there's murder and there's like
Wait, are
gory.
You're writing this. Just write it. Send it into Shonen Jump. I dare you.
I am a shit author.
David's gonna be the new author of the Hollowed Shadow
Shadow
4.
4.
Yeah, he's gonna
Just
call
make
it.
a baseball.
He's gonna call it Death Ball.
Death
Death Ball. Death Ball.
Wait a
That's it.
minute.
Death Ball. Dave, it's
You
gotta be
can't
most
get hit with
cliche
the
shit.
death ball,
Yeah,
bro.
fucking
Death by pitch.
Death Ball. Ooh, that one's a little cleaner though.
I like Death Ball though.
Yeah, but
It's
hey,
simpler,
Death Ball though,
simpler,
David.
simpler.
Death Ball.
Oh, yeah.
Yami Yugi competes in his open
Yami
Death Ball
Yugi.
match. No,
It's actually it's a sports manga about the sport from Final Fantasy X actually.
Blitzball.
It's a
Wait,
Blitzball.
Blitzball manga.
Blitzball sports manga.
Honestly, Blitzball is one of the best fake sports, ever created in
I agree.
media.
I agree.
Dumb fake sport.
Better than Quidditch.
I agree.
Way better.
Wait, okay, let's.
Blitzball's better than Quidditch.
What?
Hot
Yeah.
t-
I'm
I
trying
don't
to think. Shonen Jump has had, obviously, a basketball and Slam Dunk
Yeah.
and Kuroko's.
And Kuroko.
Yep.
Volleyball, which is Haikyuu.
Haikyuu.
Yep.
I know they had a pretty big sumo one, Hinamaru Sumo.
Yep.
They had a really popular soccer one in Captain Tsubasa.
Yep.
And Whistle.
Whistle, another soccer one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Prince
Obviously,
of
the
Tennis.
most popular tennis one, Prince of Tennis,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
They have the only
I Shield
American
21.
football manga.
The only American football, I Shield 21. What else did they run?
I don't know, but
on
like
Jump?
They
more
haven't, done
niche.
they haven't done like a popular baseball
Yeah, Shonen Jump has never had like a
because they were all
big-
in other magazines.
It's mainly because Major is in another magazine, Ace of the Diamonds in another magazine.
Yep. Oh man. And that
WSJ's never really done. They did have an old boxing one called Ring Nikakuro, which ran in Weekly Shonen
Right.
Jump,
Right.
which is kind of weird. They could do another boxing one,
They could.
but I just feel like people avoid it because of Hajime no Ippo.
Well, yeah.
It's still running. I feel like a lot of companies are against running another boxing one.
What if they did like an Ultimate Fighting, like MMA style?
Like a wrestling.
Well,
Yeah.
Kinnikuman.
well, but
They have a very popular wrestling one, or they've done it. You know what I mean?
I'm talking about like
Oh, like MMA.
a sports manga. Yeah.
I think MMA would be interesting.
It would
mixed
be
martial
it would reach
arts
an American audience.
or a UFC type of thing. I
Yeah,
think those would be
it would
really
reach an
cool.
American audience.
And you got to, I guess, to an extent, some of the it would be that'd be cool. I'd see. I could do. I think that'd be maybe that's the one. Hey, Shonen Jump, UFC.
We have a
MMA.
new contender for the Hollow Shadow 4.
It's called
They know what it is.
Listen,
the
it's-
Hollow Shadow
it's
4.
all-
It's
yeah,
make it.
it's
all,
such
like,
a
deep-
huge. The Hollow Shadow
deep
4 is such
understand-
a.
it's understood.
It's such an important concept in the. They know. So we
Everybody
just,
knows.
Get Miniyuki Kaneshiro. Get
Please.
get
He's a good
Yusuke Murata.
Hollow Shadow
Have them
4.
both make Death Ball.
Death Ball. Yusuke Murata and fucking Muneyuki Kaneshiro team up for Death
That
Ball.
is so good.
Death Ball.
I would love to see them team up.
They
though.
tried to do baseball and it failed.
Yeah, they did.
Nine Dragons Ball Parade just hit the
It was
wall.
just
Wasn't it just bad though?
I don't think it was
I
that
think it's
bad.
just like the art wasn't super original looking. The characters were fun and interesting, but like it's just tough to like.
Japan just wasn't vibing.
Yeah, and then like the whole beginning of the show was like
Well-
building their team. Like there was no like.
I think in the same way,
like
what-
iShield.
they have to.
Yeah, like
it's just
iShield.
like I said, they won't run a boxing one. Ace the Diamond was going for so long. I just think it's tough to pull in a new audience for a baseball. They need
compete with
something
that.
like iShield, or
Yeah.
I guess they kind of have the
Like
monopoly.
a sport market that isn't being
Used
like,
right now.
They kind of have a monopoly on basketball. I'm not gonna lie.
They do.
Because they did Slam Dunk and they did Kuroko's. They could do another basketball one if they really wanted.
Well,
Huh?
Blue Box.
What is Blue Box?
There's
do?
basketball in Blue Box.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What the?
The sports in Blue Box, and it's not sports manga.
I
It's
forgot
a,
there was
it's
the
a
golf
ROM.
one.
There was?
The Kuroko's guy did too.
For like 50 chapters.
Robot
or something.
Laser Beam. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
mangas canceled though, so
Sports don't
kinda
last.
sad.
They gotta try. Just keep trying.
it's tough.
I don't know.
But yeah,
Haikyuu made
but
it.
Blue Box has basketball and badminton.
Haikyuu was great.
Haikyuu.
Haikyuu's great.
Love Haikyuu.
Haikyuu's great.
You know what? We should just make more manga like Hunter x Hunter. Actually, I would prefer.
Ooh. Kenny puts
Oh
the
wait,
X.
why isn't that in the Hollow Shadow?
I always.
Oh! Hunter
Wait,
Hunter.
I thought you
Yeah.
fucked up.
It's
Sorry,
only,
let's
but it
kick
can only
out
be in the Hollow Shadow 4 for like 2
2 more weeks. Yeah, then it's out. Is that after it sounds? Yeah.
Then it's all
Okay,
done.
let's look at some TikToks. Let's look at TikToks.
Yes.
watch some
Okay.
TikToks and in this
Somehow
episode.
we are an hour and 20 minutes in before we even. Oh, Jesus
shit.
David,
Christ!
bro, oh my God.
Jesus
What are you
Christ,
watching?
David!
What are you
Jesus
watching?
Christ, baby!
Bro, I
Okay,
saw that.
hold it to the middle. Show us one at a time. Let's
Yeah, bro,
respond.
what's the,
Okay, so
Okay,
if you're
so-
watching this on YouTube, I'm gonna try to
Well,
put
so-
I'm going to try to put the video on screen somewhere so you guys can see it as well. But I'll go over it for those that are listening, and we'll play the audio for whichever one. Are they going to have, like, copyrighted music?
No.
You don't think so?
Well, no, I don't think so. If
TikTok.
they do, we just edit it out.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
But I guess you.
Well, I'll mute the audio if it's...
So this is not a hot take. This is a recommendation. Do
Okay,
you still
okay.
want to
Well,
watch
yeah,
this?
It's fine.
all the ones you
Whatever.
said...
Okay.
What if your brother had a girlfriend that was so obsessed with him that she would get damp in her britches just by having a conversation with him? So your brother decides to break up with her, but the thing is, you have a crush on her. So in order to spend time with her, you help her spy on your brother. Well, then you would have
What
the
is
manga.
this?
What do you call this trash? What if your brother...
Is that what it's called?
That's what it's called.
It's called What Do You Call This Trash?
That sounds like trash. I don't want to read that.
Play
No, I
it
don't
again.
wanna
Play
read
it back. Run it back. What did he say?
believe-
Start at the beginning.
It seems like
What if your brother had a girlfriend?
obsessed with him that
He was
she
so
would get
obsessed,
damp in her
she would
britches
get damp in
just
her
by having a
britches over her
conversation.
brother.
Your
She would
brother
get
decides to break up
moist.
with her,
But the
thing
brother
is,
breaks
you
up with
have
her.
a crush on her.
But you have a crush on her.
You help her spy on your brother.
You help
Then
her
have the
spy
manga.
on
What
your
do you
brother.
call this trash? What if your
I don't...
you would have the manga. What do you call this trash?
Yeah, it was a manga recommendation.
You have a crush on her because
Yep.
she gets damp in her britches over your brother?
I don't think that's the
Basically,
reason why, but
this-
it's just main boy.
Who
has
uses the word
girlfriend.
damp in her britches?
He couldn't say wet.
What in the
on
TikTok?
Yeah,
What-
you can't
TikTok
say
is
what on
like
TikTok. Can't say what on TikTok.
TikTok is like apparently
man.
more strict than YouTube when it comes to like
Yeah, bro.
banning people and stuff. Allegedly.
Can't say what on TikTok. Okay.
This makes me...
How does it make you feel?
What's up? I mean, we watched something about something stepsisters or whatever. We watched that one for...
Is it
it was like
girlfriend?
recent- No, recently. It was like
More than American.
me and my stepsister or something. You know what I'm
no.
talking about?
Fuck. It aired last season.
Yeah.
I think that this manga in particular, for me, brings up something that you may know from the podcast if you watch some of our earlier episodes. I think that looks like a Dookie sandwich.
Throwback.
Was it like my ex-girlfriend is now my stepsister or
Something
like that?
like that.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. Something like that.
My stepmom's daughter is my ex?
Yes,
There
my
you go,
stepdom.
there you go.
Where David, you're
Oh,
showing
I'm
us
sorry, I'm
TikToks.
sorry, okay. So that was
he
the-
like
that
put
was
his
the
phone away. He's like,
Said done.
okay, TikTok number one, garbage.
Okay,
Okay, what's this one? What is this? Show us, David. You
That's
guys
another wrong recommendation. Not that one.
We don't want to see it.
There's like no audio. No.
Oh.
I think this is an actual
Said
recommendation.
it's not funny.
Bruh, somebody asked me today, Fortnite or Call of Duty?
Shoujo is shonen.
Call of Duty.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna take
God damn it. God damn it, man.
Why did he have one? Well, I guess one Punch Man is saying this.
somebody asked
It is technically Zanin. I hated that.
Yeah,
I hated
So
everything about
that.
that.
was a TikTok. It was kind of hard to tell just from listening.
I
but
here's what I have to say.
That one was like Shoujo
wait.
or
So
shonen.
yeah, so for our listeners, it was just I can't remember what it exactly said, but it was basically like A or B, and it was like shoujo or shonen, and then it was like I'm a pick C, and it's seinen.
Yep.
But
Incredibly
I think,
cringy.
Yeah, it's kinda
Incredibly
The-
cringy.
listen,
I get it. Seinen is cool. They make mature stories. They make
Shoujo
stuff for
and
adults.
shonen are also really cool.
I don't give a fuck, dude. Do not. Seinen elitists are maybe the worst because I will say there are some seinen elitists that do read some obscure, interesting seinens that I've heard suggested that I've checked out.
Yeah.
There's some really cool stuff out there.
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Most of them they
There's a
read.
lot of fucking
They read
weirds.
Kingdom and fucking what else?
Berserk.
Vinland Saga and Berserk, and they're like seinen elitist, and I'm like, okay, they're good, but don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Like,
And usually they don't read anything else. They're really
Yeah.
not. It's like, I just read these 3 seinen titles. That's it.
they're like,
They're like saying.
but have you
this
watched
thing's the best,
Berserk?
everything else sucks.
Have
you
you
know
read
what
Berserk?
Berserk is?
I don't
Good night, Pun Pun.
Okay, throw us another one. What else we got? What else we
David,
got?
What's next up?
What else we got? I'm
I'm
still
okay,
wondering.
so this
what-
is a hot take one. This is a hot.
Oh, actual hot take. Anime hot takes, but I won't tell you which are mine.
Okay. Stay with me.
Oh lord.
This is definitely copyright.
You might have to pause each one.
Oh, okay. Oh, how do I pause it? Oh, okay.
What?
Nami is better than Robin in both looks and character.
I don't feel that way at all.
That's a hot take for sure. I don't agree.
Looks and character. I guess it doesn't say strength there, so I don't know what to say. Nami's weak as shit. Robin's
I will.
strong.
I'll hard disagree on looks because I have an enormous crush on Nico Robin. Characterization, there's an argument to be made because Robin has a really great background story arc. So does Nami, and then mostly they've been sidelined since then. You know, they
Has Nami's
become
been sidelined since since the arc in like chapter 30.
yeah. I mean, Robin and Nami have really not had any. They've had small character developments like Robin going to
Well, the latest chapter.
yeah, like Robin going to the
Learning some of her past.
Robin going to the what's that word?
What?
She got sent to the
revolutionary
land where she
camp?
met with Drag. Yeah, you know, there's been small evolutions or important parts of their characters, 100%. But I don't know. It's a hot take. I understand it, but it's really just Nami fanboys being assholes. Okay, what's next?
Don't know.
Rimuru is only relevant because of Goku?
Yeah, I don't know who Rimuru.
He's the
Rimuru
slime
Tempest from
dude.
Slime.
Man,
Yeah.
slime.
But
What?
what does this
Why?
mean?
Because of Goku.
Yeah, what does Goku have to do with
Does
it?
he do?
I would actually say
She,
if
I think.
if no, Rimuru's a boy.
Rimuru's a boy?
Yeah, yeah. But technically, they have
I
no.
thought it was a girl.
The slime has no gender, but the soul of the man, the Japanese man, was. So.
But what does
Oh,
this
yeah, yeah.
mean? Wait,
I
let's
think maybe if it said Kirito, I would be more apt. To
But why because of Goku? Is the only reasoning because Goku made all anime
yeah,
popular?
Goku's in
Yeah.
charge of all anime. I think so.
This
Rimuru
could
is
be.
only
You could
relevant
actually just.
because of anime.
This sounds like you should just replace any character.
With-
Like,
yeah, with
like,
Goku.
oh yeah, Tanjiro's
Only
only relevant
relevant
because of
because of
Goku.
Goku.
What the fuck? It's not a hot take. That's a
That's also
doofus.
such an American-centric idea.
Oh,
that
100%.
Goku's the king of anime. Like,
Goku's the king of
It's either
anime,
Goku or
baby.
Naruto. Well, Goku. Yeah, people would say Goku or Naruto.
over here in the U.S., yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the people are stupid. This is stupid. That's
Okay,
stupid.
next
What's
one.
next?
I hope it gets even worse.
Luffy beats Naruto.
Hard
That-
agree, hard
that's
agree,
cold
hard
take.
agree.
That's
That-
cold
that's
as
a
hell.
cold take.
Luffy
Hard
would
agree, hard
Luffy
agree.
demolished Naruto.
Gear 5, bro.
Yo, he'd
He's-
eat
looks like a
Naruto's
car-
cupcakes,
then
bro.
again, wait, Naruto's kind of a god, though.
What is he on about?
What?
Yeah, he can go ahead.
I agree.
You agree with
Go,
what?
no, you can keep talking.
Yeah.
I agree with the guy on the
Yeah,
TikTok.
I agree with the
I
TikTok.
don't know. I don't.
Luffy beats Naruto. Hard agree.
Hard agree.
Hard agree.
Hard agree.
I'm trying to think.
How's he gonna win? How's Naruto gonna win? Shadow clone?
He's
Guess
gonna
what?
summon the
Gatling
moon
gun.
guys or something. Yeah, Gatling gun.
Gatling gun.
Yeah, gear second. Gear third.
You think just gear seconds?
Gear
enough?
fourth. Gear fourth. Gear fifth.
Gear 5, bro.
God,
As soon as he can Looney Tunes him, that's it.
It's done. Game over.
alright, You know what? Yeah.
Does Naruto beat Kaido? Because Luffy did.
Yeah, how strong is Naruto in comparison to
Yeah,
Kaido?
dude. use Kaido.
interesting.
Because I think Naruto will probably get beat by Kaido.
Bodied.
I
Yeah.
think
Fully.
One Piece is like power scaling to Naruto's is like it's a weird. But
Yeah.
I would say Kaido would be Naruto. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is Naruto? I'm trying to remember. Does Naruto ever level a full city or like very rarely? You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
One
Pain
Piece.
did.
One Piece characters
He beat
regularly.
Pain.
That's kind of true.
But there were 8 pains, I want to say.
He beat all 8.
You're right. Pain did level a city once. You're right.
But then he
He
also had a
Shinra Tensei'd all over
jutsu to
them.
turn the city back to normal. Something?
Yeah.
They,
So-
they rebuilt it.
I don't know if that's an even stronger power than the first like leveling.
Luffy beats Naruto. I agree. Next one. Rei is the worst female character in the history of anime. This is 110% my take, and I will die on it. Who
So
the fuck is Gray?
That's the character that like transforms in Black Clover.
oh.
Or no, her whole thing is that she's invisible.
The next
maybe?
one's fire.
No.
Is she not introduced till like later though?
No, she's always on the Black Bull. She just
Does
like
she not have like her own arc?
I don't know
later?
a damn thing about this character. I've read like 50 chapters of Black Clover. Who is this character?
she just like transforms things. Her whole thing is that she's always like a different look, and she always just is transformed into one of the other Black Bulls.
Oh, I do remember her.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. And like she like
Later
doesn't
on-
show her true like form until
Later
like,
on.
Later
yeah.
on, yeah.
But
yeah.
then
But she's always
eventually,
there.
her power like grows to where she can transform lots of things into other things, and so then it's like she sort of makes like a fun house.
So is she the worst female character? Do we agree?
I don't know,
I-
like
I feel like that's a really deep take, you know? Like,
yeah,
like
he
is
has-
it
That's,
the,
like, super
the worst female character?
It
Like,
has to be that Black Clover is his
Worse than
favorite of
Sakura?
all time.
Oh, yeah.
and he's just so invested in this one.
that he can't. Yeah, that's probably.
I
it.
don't even. Like, that's just it.
Probably
Most
like
people
really
don't even know who that
dislikes
character
it.
is.
I
That,
didn't.
that was a deep.
Okay, next one, Kenny. You're gonna be mad.
Okay,
Gon is a horrible MC.
I don't know what they're thinking.
I
Hard disagree.
What traits would make you think this character
What
is
is
awful?
horrible? Like I think
Horrible's a deep. That's like a guttural word.
I
like,
do think
it's
that, I do think
horrible.
morally Gon is one of the most depraved like shonen protagonists.
He's got
Oh,
a little
yeah.
bit. Yeah, he's
His
a
moral
lifer.
scale does not like he is totally fine with killing people. He's really
Yeah, he does.
Well, he like has like a moral scale, and he's like
Yeah.
He's
nice and
not-
sweet, but then something so bad happens to him, he's like, fuck that. Like
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think.
get my
Yeah,
revenge.
I don't think Gon is anywhere near as like popcorn friendly like someone like Tanjiro, you know?
No,
or like,
yeah, Tanjiro would
you
never
know what
do
I mean?
anything
Like
bad.
Tanjiro's like surface
Gon
level. He has
Gon can
no
be a little
depth.
like hee ha ha, but
Yeah,
he also is very
He's
like.
also the guy who gets his arm cut off and then
Right,
beats,
yeah.
literally smashes his arm through the creature.
I think
that
the
comes
And
out.
issue-
he has actual character growth. Is
I
like
think
the
one of
big
the
thing.
issues with Hunter x Hunter in general is that it often just gets. It sounds so cringy.
What?
But I just think that people read it and they don't really understand what they're reading, or they don't care enough to try to like dive into it. So they just think like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Like this. Is
Like you
stupid.
think it's deeper than
Not that it's deeper. I just think that it's overly expository, so it
Oh,
loses a lot of its readers.
Oh yeah.
And I think that people who go into it thinking it's just like a shonen battle action, they come out of it sometimes just feeling like, oh, they just threw too much at me. I don't really care anymore. You know?
Yeah.
I think that's where this take
I
comes
mean, once
from.
Nin came out, like yeah, that was.
Well,
I think that's
Nin-
where this take comes from, though.
Nin is
that
the most sound magic system in manga.
it's
period.
probably just
Honestly,
yeah. It
That's
kind of
why-
Nin
I
is
would
pretty
agree.
fire. Nin's pretty fire.
Nin's so good.
I don't want to say that like Hunter x Hunter is so deep and it's really not. It's just he's a very in Hunter x Hunter, he uses exposition to build world, and
Yeah.
because of that, he builds out a lot of different character arcs and purpose and value. And I think a lot of times people just get bored with it,
Yeah.
and that overly expository nature is not. It's not everyone's cup of tea when they're trying to read
And
shonen.
I
so.
think it makes it interesting later on in the arcs whenever he has those plot lines and then he just starts snuffing them out. Like,
Oh, yeah.
characters just start killing each other.
There's
Like,
parts of what he does that are really cool when it comes to actual storylines.
Yeah.
I think that's why Togashi's so awesome is he writes really cool, fun, intricate worlds, and then he puts them in really cool circumstances, and things happen around those characters. So I think this is just a misunderstanding. I think this person needs to reevaluate.
I really want to
Yeah.
like. I'm curious like why they put that.
yeah, what's
Gon's not a
horrible
horrible MC.
I mean, it's
Horrible.
not their personal take. It's
Horrible.
like a take. I guess.
He's horrible
Yeah.
on it. He's
Okay,
one of the
next.
best of all time.
Dr. Stone is the best new Jin.
What?
That's
no.
tough.
I just know.
There's just too much going on.
it's
in
hard
this.
disagree.
Like,
Hard
Dark Stone
disagree.
is good, but the best.
The best? No way.
But what is
What's the
one
best
thing that I've always struggled in? What is
In what capacity? Like,
what is new Jin?
That is true.
What is new Jin?
Dr. Stone is over.
People have started throwing around. Yeah,
Dark
Dr. Stone
came
is
out
a,
like 6-7 years ago.
yes,
right?
it's completed and it's been out for
That's
years.
not new Jin.
Is it new Jin anymore? What
I
is
would
the
say
new
no.
Jin?
No.
It's like people trying to like lump in like Black Clover and My Hero into new Jin.
like,
but I'm
damn,
like,
One Piece is the
I'm like-
best new Jin
I'm like, you guys
show,
realize
but-
My Hero's almost 10 years
I'd
old?
say if it's
Like,
under 100 chapters, it's new Gen.
okay, under 100.
Under 100.
So Jujutsu Kaisen's not new Jin anymore. Ooh, that's rough.
I would say part of the.
Jujutsu
I would say
Kaisen,
the,
I think, is in its like final arc.
It's
Yeah.
really hard to do.
like
I
My
guess
Hero, definitely not correct.
calling Dr. Stone his best new Jin, I don't know what other series you're comparing it to, so
right.
that's hard to make a take.
Yeah.
If you're just saying that Dr. Stone is the current anime that is running that you really like the best, I think that's fine. I think Dr. Stone is actually a really
I mean,
good.
it's not even running.
It is a
It's done.
the anime's not.
Oh,
The anime has a lot more left. Yeah, there's a lot more to come with the anime. So I could see why someone might.
Yeah.
I like Dr. Stone a lot. I think it's a really
Yeah.
competently written and well-designed series, and I think it's a lot of fun, and it makes people interested in science. So I think it's got a good purpose too. So
Yeah.
Do you think they'll actually be like scientists because of this series?
Hopefully.
I hope 20 years from now.
They're like,
I
I
hope
became
20.
science because of
I
Dr.
hope
Stone.
20.
I love
I hope
Dr.
20 years from now, some guy is like doing an interview for NASA or something, and he's like, yeah, I just in the same way like guys that like play sports now are like, I love Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
you
like,
know?
Goku made me.
I
think
hope that
wanna
some like
work out.
NASA engineers like Senku is my idol, and I've been watching him since I was 12. You know.
I hope so. It's a good story.
God, I hope so.
Okay. Are there how many?
I think there's a couple more.
Wait, pause it.
What?
What do y'all think is the best new Gen though? Out of curiosity.
What? I still
What
don't
is
know how to
the new
define
gen?
it.
It's something that's come out post 2000. So like Blue Box, Akane Banashi,
Personally,
Witch Watch,
Hunter x Hunter is my favorite.
my favorite.
Undead and Mashal are technically
They're barely
Barely new
Still
gen.
new gen. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite's Call in the Night. But Shonen, it's Shonen. I know it doesn't run in Jump, but like
I don't think it needs to.
it's still a
It's like
Shonen.
any new
It
gen.
runs in Shonen Sunday, so I mean,
I think
it's a modern.
Is
new
it
gen.
less than 2 years old? Or like 2-ish, 3-ish
I
years
think it
old?
started in either late 19 or early 2020, something like that.
Oh,
so
that's,
yeah,
I'd say that's new gen.
yeah. I think it's only a little over 100 chapters. It's right around. I think it started around the same time Undead Unluck and Mashal started.
Okay.
So I think that's the case. So
I think maybe Sakamoto Days is the best new gen. Honestly, it's been really good. Every
Sakamoto's very good.
It's good. It's
Sakamoto's
fun.
very
It's
good.
interesting. It's still battle manga, but it's funny.
Yeah.
It's like Dragon
Yeah.
Ball.
I guess if we had to talk about stuff that doesn't have an anime yet,
I think
Damn, it might be
I would say
Sakamoto for me.
is
Sakamoto.
Dandadan's awesome. I love Dandadan.
fucking love
Kaiju
Dandadan.
number 8's really awesome. That's another one that
I
could
think also just growing so well. So
Akane.
Kane's
oh
like
my
top
gosh,
3 best.
it's it's growing so well. Like the story.
To be upfront though, Call of the Night is my favorite running manga right now. I really
You got
love
that
it.
latest volume and you read it that night?
I did.
Wow.
I've read the.
Are you?
I just really like Call of the Night. I might even start reading the scans.
Yeah.
But I really prefer the official translation.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's such a cool, fun manga. But okay.
Okay.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is mid/overrated.
Untrue.
False.
Untrue.
Yep.
Untrue.
Just
Honestly,
unequivocally
I think it's underrated.
All I will say about that is they're just wrong. There's just it's just a weird thing to say.
Yep, just wrong.
It's just not. There's just.
Yeah.
It's difficult to say that it's a mid, which means it's like a 5 out of 10. That's just a weird thing to say.
Yeah, why would
It's
you even
definitely
think that?
not.
The reason why it's performed so well is that it's clearly at least well loved, has storylines that are great. I think if you try to break it down, there's probably some missteps in there, but I think overall it's a very well established world, well established. Overrated though?
No.
Like
These ones
whenever new
overrated?
JoJo's comes out, things like it gets memed to oblivion. Like
Yeah.
when Part 5 was coming out,
Oh, yeah.
there were so many fucking Part 5 memes that
Overrated-
like the 7-page
Let me
Muda.
try to break this. Overrated implies that like they think that it's more popular than it deserves to be,
Yes.
Yeah.
right?
They think that it's mid, and people say that it's excellent.
They're saying like like
But
People are saying
people
it's
do
8,
say that,
but
but
they
it's not
think
like
it's
everyone
5.
thinks that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
To be overrated though, it'd have to be like a mass. People would have to en masse believe that, but it's more of like a niche. It's still kind of a niche series. It's
Yeah.
I
not
don't-
like a.
Okay, I don't think that.
You don't think it's niche?
It's JoJo's Bizarre
It's broken out of the niche. Prior to the.
I think it's still kind of niche.
prior
I
to.
don't. I think it's one of the most popular.
You think it's mainstream?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I mean, it's on
close.
Netflix, so,
it's close.
it's
It's
on
close.
It's on Netflix.
It is close. Be the Beginning is on Netflix. you can't just say that. You know what?
Hey, 7 Seas,
Kakegurui
mainstream.
is on Netflix. Those aren't Netflix.
Mainstream.
Those are mainstream shows.
Hey, Romance Killer.
Wasn't Kisniver on Netflix or something?
No,
Nobody
that was
knows.
on Crunchyroll.
Oh fuck. Okay, never mind. I
Also,
don't know.
Kiss
I'm
Never's
trying to-
good. Okay.
I like that one.
Don't know why we're coming for Be the Beginning.
It's not
either.
mid,
I
it's
like
not-
I like that one
I-
too. Okay.
I
High
can
Rise
see.
Invasion.
I think someone
Top.
could personally have
Underrated.
a belief that for them personally, the series is rated low. I think it would be tough to argue that like there's some objective truth that it's some sort of middle line series. I think overrated's a weird statement for it. I think it's moderately rated and well received. I mean,
What do you think of people that like say takes just to get a rile out of people? It's like
people people think that I don't like Tokyo Ghoul just to piss people off, but I promise you it's not for that reason.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. Okay.
I need to read that series.
I just don't
it
like it.
surprises me how many people love Tokyo Ghoul.
I read 8 volumes. I just didn't like it. I don't like Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know what else to say. Like
Wait! You didn't finish it, Jerry?
I didn't finish
You
it.
can't have an opinion.
You can't have an
I got through like the major arc that concludes in 8, but I think there's like
Did
one
you get
or
to
two.
Tokyo Ghoul Re or what?
No, I didn't finish the
So
original
then
series.
that's the
I read
last
8
one.
volumes of the original series. I didn't like it, and I
That's
moved
not-
on.
I really,
You
I
gotta
need
get
to,
the
I
Tokyo
need to start
Re
it.
8 volumes is a good go.
That's like almost 60.
That's like a
chapters?
solid go. Yeah,
70,
I gave it.
70 chapters.
I gave it 8 volumes. I didn't like it, and I moved on.
Yeah.
That's totally normal. And people are like, "You just don't like it because you're weird or something." I just didn't like it. Felt like it was a little too. I felt like its usage of exposition was a little bit heavy-handed. I felt like its theme sat on its nose a little too much. I just didn't connect well with the characters. So I just wasn't
Tell me
very.
you don't
fun
like
with me.
Ken Kaneki or whatever his
He
name
doesn't
is?
really connect with me. He doesn't really have a lot of traits, character traits, things that
He
really.
a ghoul though, Jerry. He a ghoul.
He is a Tokyo Ghoul.
He a ghoul in Tokyo. He be ghouling.
I don't know what.
When
you're-
you read stories, there generally has to be some sort of theme or thematic presence that connects with you personally. That's what leads to a lot of our enjoyment with it.
What is the theme of Tokyo Ghoul?
The theme of Tokyo Ghoul, it's partially overcoming loss, which is an important theme, but it's also this idea of like Ken's character, right? He is this outcast, and then he finds like a found family, which can connect well with me as well. I've enjoyed found family stuff before. It's the execution in this particular series where he's almost like it's this like vindication, as if like he was an outcast and now he's like a part of the in crowd. I don't really connect well with stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like when things are kind of like that, it doesn't work
Like
well
it
with
happened
me.
too unnaturally for
Right.
you to like
I don't.
accept.
Very rarely is there a series where I'm like, cool. Now he's the cool guy that beats bad guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like with that when you're trying to suggest to me, like there's just something
Oh,
about
yeah,
the whole like.
it's the exact same.
There's
type
something
of
about like
story.
the whole like incel becomes super powerful and beats people up now and is like the hero.
Yeah.
That just doesn't work with me. And I think there is a found Tokyo Ghoul specifically. Again, I've read 8 volumes. What I know about it, Ken Kaneki and the girl, they kind of develop this found family. They're both kind of outcasts. So, and that's kind of a cute theme. That's something that works. Don't know if the execution worked super well for me. It didn't hit super well, but I noticed it. And yeah,
Should we do a Tokyo Ghoul review on the podcast?
So this is such a deep Tokyo Ghoul conversation about this JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Shit.
All right, next one.
Next one. Let's see what this
What is this?
Demon Slayer is carried by animation.
No, I've been saying
Cool
that for
take.
years.
I kind of agree.
saying that for years.
Everyone's been saying
Been
that.
saying that for years.
Beautifully animated show, and it's got a
Solid bones.
right, exactly. It's got just solid enough of a plot and fun that with great animation it comes off really fun.
Yep.
The manga version is it's okay.
It's
Yeah, I mean when you have the story stripped of the fun animation, yeah. So I kind of agree.
Rushed. It's so rushed and things don't make sense.
Yeah.
At least definitely in the end.
Bro, why are you trying to away from
Oh,
me?
sorry.
So that
Oh, was it? Okay, is there more?
There is more.
How many?
Okay, David's
I
got
think one more.
one more.
I'm just saying, you know, that
Yeah, this is a long episode. We haven't done a 2-hour one in a while, guys. So
Okay, hot take you have that people won't like.
let's hear it.
Anime hot take you have that people won't like. I can already tell this video is gonna upset some
Oh, no,
people.
what's the
I'm just
loop?
gonna get into it anyway. Let's do it. Bleach and Fairy Tail are two of the most overrated verses in terms of strength.
Wait, in terms of strength?
in terms of strength, keep going. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
wait.
A lot of people in these fandoms either just don't scale the verses correctly or just have this mindset that if this character is from that verse, then they just scale to Universal and solo everyone.
Wait, pause.
Wait, was that it?
That
That was
just
it. That was it.
that just sounded like can I be honest? Okay, that was just like he has been in too many discussions of these characters. I want to know what verse he thinks is.
Yeah,
based
that's.
on.
I'm like, yeah.
I want to know where his bias lies.
He's upset because someone keeps saying like Ichigo bodies Goku.
He's talking
or
to
something.
someone is like Natsu or Ichigo can beat anyone in this version.
Natsu cleans Tanjiro's clock,
Natsu
baby.
would
You know.
whoop him.
Which I'm really curious about the Fairy Tail thing because everyone that I've talked to that's brought up Fairy Tail in like a strength match, they always say Natsu solos everyone. I'm like,
Really?
Is he that?
Well,
strong?
he is END, bro. So
He's what?
that's the big plot line.
END?
He is END.
END?
Yeah, end. He's the end.
What does that mean?
Well,
Is it like a spoiler for Fairy Tail?
Well, Zareth, you know
He's
the
a
guy.
spoiler for Fairy Tail.
Yeah. Zareth, the
Wait,
dark
don't
mage.
say it, Kenny. Don't say it.
Okay.
Fairy Tail's been over for like 10 years.
I might watch it one day. Or read it one day. Come on.
Okay, so this is why Fairy Tail's power scaling is messed up, though. That's why.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
they're shown in anime. You can't.
I mean, Ichigo's power
outside
scaling
of
is
their
also
verses.
kind
I hate.
Ichigo technically is like.
But that's what I'm saying, like with like the Ichigo, like Naruto versus Luffy, like the power scalings in especially in those series is so weird. It's like
I do try to stay out of that, but
you need to do like a whole like what was that? What's that YouTube channel where they do like character A versus character B, like
Death Battle.
death battle. They do like a whole death battle analysis just to see. Like,
By the way, viewers, by the time this is out, it's probably already out. But there's like a Deku versus Asa death battle. Can already tell it's gonna be. People are gonna be up in arms about it.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay,
People were mad about it when they just announced they were doing it. There wasn't even okay. What's
oh,
that?
they haven't done it yet. It's
No,
like
I don't
coming
think it's either not out yet or it just came out. So
Shit. Okay, so next one.
It's hands down the best protagonist in all of Shonen.
who?
Gintoki.
Isekai is a genre-
Oh,
He said Gintoki from Gintama is the best shonen protagonist.
that's fine.
Does he also think Gintoki could beat Ichigo?
Yeah, that right.
Gintoki
Now
is
we know.
solo.
Now we
He's
know.
solo.
He's mad because someone on some forum somewhere was like, Ichigo solos Gintoki, and he was like, "You son of a bitch!"
Not Gintoki. He's the best.
That's a fine take. I don't
Okay,
care.
whatever.
You can enjoy Gintoki. He's funny.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
He's great.
Genre is not good. I can only think of like a few good anime from
Isekai
that
genre is not good.
Darling in the Frank.
He said Isekai genre is not
I
good.
agree. Go
No
on. Next.
haters.
Come
Y'all
on.
are
No, I
haters.
agree.
There's
No,
some
I
haters.
agree.
There's some good
Isekai.
ReZero.
It's like saying like battle shonens aren't good because
Okay, yeah. Let's.
like,
I'll
there's
step it
some
back.
good
I'll
ones,
step
but
it
a lot of
back.
bad
You're
ones,
right. You're
too.
right. I'll step it back.
You said
it
about
back.
any genre. Like,
Yeah, you can say like any genre. You're right. You're right. I would say that they produce a large number of low quality isekais.
Yep,
That's what I'll say.
I
I think that's a
Standard
better
take,
way. It's a
standard
better way to say what he was saying.
Right.
I think. Because aside, there are some great ones, and there's been some great dips of the genre.
Shogi Tensei,
some really
Shield
fun
Hero, Slime.
uses of it. So you're right. It would be really rude to just say a whole
Next up,
genre is
next up,
shitty.
next up.
This is the worst anime I have ever witnessed. Literally everything about this show is ass.
Okay.
Demon
Okay. Yo, why did he hate?
That's
Why
big.
did
I gotta be honest.
got a little
That
heated.
one came.
Why?
That was personal.
That
was personal.
Yo,
This
he said, I just have to say, darling in the Franks is ass.
He put that shit.
Trash.
He gave that shit a 1 on his mouth. That's wait, darling. Isn't Darling in the Franks like a really popular? Oh shit! The
Kenny,
earring. The
are you
earrings were in
okay?
the mug.
Chill, bro. Chill.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
That earring jumped out.
Damn.
Okay, here's the next one.
It's pretty well received.
Slayer's story is very mediocre.
Okay.
Gon
That we already
That
had that
whole
one. We already
video.
had that
Full take.
one. We already had that one.
is actually an amazing protagonist and a very well-written one too. The
Obviously.
Wait, so that's the reverse of the
That's
other
the
one.
other guy, yeah.
It's the reverse of the horrible take.
But like, I guess just like common discussion, maybe like on Reddit or whatever.
Why is
on
Gon-
boards,
yeah.
but like about Gon as a character being bad or good.
I don't know why people are that care.
I don't know how
You
you,
know
can
who
watch
my-
it and think he's.
You
a
know
bad
one of my
character.
biggest pet peeves with characters that are MCs, and I get taken out of this a lot, and this is actually one of the reasons I don't like Tokyo Ghoul very much. There's a writing trope called a passive protagonist, okay? And when it's done, it often refers to a protagonist where the world acts on them, right? Versus them acting on the world. I think that as viewers, we can enjoy one or the other, and sometimes enjoy both, depending on the circumstance. One of my least favorite passive protagonists is Ichigo. He is a very passive protagonist, oftentimes just waiting around until something happens to him, forcing him to act, right?
He's literally on rails.
Yeah, and that's just the way Ichigo acts.
Yeah.
And I think that that's Kubo's style. That's the way he wanted to portray it. But because of that, we have a tough time understanding what Ichigo values because he doesn't act often unless he's forced to act. So it's tough to see that. Gon is the opposite to me. He's a very active protagonist, often declaring, choosing, and moving the plot forward. So it's a different type of take. So I think that as a viewer, some people are going to really enjoy that. They like the active protagonist. They want him to make those actions and steps. As a viewer, you might also see that and go, oh, this is a very active protagonist. I don't like that. I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what's happening here is Gon is splitting that because of that. I think overall his characterization is super consistent.
Yeah.
And that's an important part as well. If you can portray a character consistently, a character like Goku, he is a... what do you call? He's a
static.
not
character?
a static.
He's
Thank
a
you.
static
He's a
character?
static character.
Welcome to 9th grade English, guys.
But-
This has been such an
but
amazing episode.
That consistency allows him to act on the world always the same.
Yeah.
And you as a viewer are totally into that. Because that's what makes Goku so compelling. It's part of his static characterism, that characterization that actually makes you totally invested in him. Gon's not a static character by any means.
Oh, definitely. not.
I agree with the guy to some extent.
we love
I
Gon.
think Gon's a pretty awesome protagonist. But I don't think he's perfect, but I think he's pretty cool.
No, I think being flawed makes some characters better.
Yeah.
for Attack on Titan is not that bad. And
Wait.
last,
He said the ending of Attack on Titan
I don't know
was
yet.
not that
I don't know yet, so I don't know. I'll just say that
It is.
where I'm at in Attack on Titan, as of the latest anime episode from Final Season Part 2, it feels like it's ramping up for something terrible. That like for it to be a shit ending. The Final Season Part
I mean,
1,
there's 5 chapters left.
Final Season Part 1 was kind of getting dope, and then it was like by Part 2, I was like, ooh, there's some weird shit happening. I was like, wait. I was like, Isayama, let's dial it back. I was like,
But you didn't like the ass pull that the Attack Titan can also like go into the future and the past.
Yeah, that was my least favorite decision. That
You
he
didn't
made.
like he could time
I didn't
jump?
like. Well, I just didn't like that he just threw it at us as if like. And Isayama does this shit. I've complained about this before with his writing because he did it with Bertolt and Reiner too.
Yeah.
He reveals something big as if it's like a huge thing. He's like, surprise! This power's been here all along, and then he tries really hard to like write himself. He then tries to teach
Yeah.
instead of foreshadowing the event and then it being like a nice reveal. He goes the other way around. He does these climactic reveals and then tries to explain it away afterwards. He did the same shit with that Attack Titan bullshit. I don't think he has enough time to convince me that it's a good idea.
Just be ready for some. There's
Did
no
you read
Mickey.
the
There's no
ending?
Mickey Mouse.
Kenny doesn't even like
No,
Attack
bro,
on Titan.
Attack on Titan is a bad.
Kenny hates
So I don't know when I like read the
bad mech
ending.
anime.
Yeah, I didn't read it.
Bad mech
Well, I'm
show.
waiting for the anime.
Well, the Tokyo Revengers ending I think is worse.
Worse. Oh, okay. That's
Then-
good.
Well, yeah,
Attack
it's
on
Mickey
Titan.
Mouse.
It's
Worse
actually
than
Mickey Mouse.
Promised Neverland? Did you read Promised Neverland?
I didn't watch the. Well, I know the ending.
Okay.
And that ending is
Worse?
ass. I think of the 3, Promised Neverland had the best ending.
Oh, that's
I go
good.
Promised Neverland,
Titan.
Tokyo Revengers,
Then Mickey
Okay,
Mouse.
that's good.
Mickey Mouse.
and the Mickey Mouse.
Mickey
It's not Revengers. it's
Mickey
like
Mouse.
Sasuke's actions are actually justified. The people that give him shit because of it either fails to understand his ideals or just double standard.
This guy's an edgelord. Big edgelord.
Sasuke's
said-
actions are actually justified.
So him
No.
leaving to go to Orochimaru, him
Exactly,
trying to kill
no.
people,
Getting bit on
him
the
trying
neck.
to
It's not.
Yeah.
be the Hokage
It's
so he
not
can like take
justified.
control over everything.
I think the issue is that Sasuke was a flawed character, and that's kind of what made him
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
He
Well,
made
Sasuke's
choices
an
that were,
edgelord, so.
but he made some choices that were
King edgelord.
obviously not right. He eventually kind of corrects those things.
Yeah.
And he actually does good and ends up kind of becoming a little more straight, full down the right path,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I mean, he goes through.
He becomes
some
a very
pretty dark
honest
shit.
and genuine character after
it's like-
making bad choices
Yeah.
because he wanted to do things that were honestly a little morally not great. But it's because he was pissed.
Yeah.
Are they justified?
Family died.
Are they justified because of what happened to his clan? Is that what he's trying to say? I don't know.
But the clan was like bad. Like that was the whole
Yeah,
thing.
like the
Yeah.
whole secret.
They were like
yeah.
trying to like tear down the
Yeah,
Leaf Village,
exactly.
right?
So
Like,
it's
they were,
really
like,
not the justification goes away after that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why Itachi
then
did what he
turned
did.
into like a
Yeah.
like a what's it called?
They were like
a-
colluding with one of the other villages to like take down the Leaf Village.
Yeah, no, Sasuke made bad choices, but he eventually does good things.
Yeah.
I think that's what there's a middle ground in that.
And
hot
also,
take.
he's the king of Sharingan,
Sharingan King.
Sasuke!
according to
Itachi.
Mangekyo in
Alright,
the
but that was the last
ass.
TikTok.
Only see
So-
blood when a ninja
so pretty-
cries.
Okay.
Pretty standard hot takes, but nothing that's like I've never heard.
I thought we were looking.
I would be curious if anyone's watching this. We do hot takes when we have different guests on.
yeah.
If anyone's watching this and you have a couple hot takes that we maybe haven't respected to before, and you want to hear some thoughts, I'd love for you to
Respect.
comment down below. Let us know some of your hot takes, or if you think there's some really egregious hot takes on TikTok. What I misspoke.
Yeah. You said respected?
I wasn't even like
Reacted-
going to say anything
reacted
about
was
it.
the word
But
reacted.
he's trying
Bro,
to-
peach in a pod, okay? All right.
Hey, Peach in the Pod.
You're
Oh,
right.
shit, it's on.
You guys
It's
are
on
right.
Peach in
Crunchyroll
a
now. I gotta
pod.
finish
Peach in
that.
a pod. Is
Holy
it really?
shit. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Finally.
Finally had it like months ago.
Wow.
So, whew,
It's time for dinner, y'all.
it is.
So-
Go down below. Let us know your hot takes. You can DM us on Instagram if you want us to take a look at some specific TikToks. We would love to do more of these. I think reacting to TikToks is fun, but we won't. Obviously, clearly, this episode was mostly not that. So,
I also have a TikTok, and we're gonna start. I'm gonna start editing and posting some TikToks. So
Just cut that.
make sure to follow us on TikTok. Make sure to
Yep.
follow us on Instagram. Make sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. We actually are, well, David and I are active on Twitter under our own accounts. The UAP account isn't as active, but still follow us over there because we do announce when new episodes and stuff come out. So follow us on all of those social medias. And I already kind of made the plug. So thank you guys so much for continuing to watch and support the Uncensored Anime Podcast. We're really excited to continue to bring more exciting and more interesting content. I hope that you enjoy some of our light banter. And always, if you guys have any ideas for episodes for us to do in the future, whether it's a review episode or some other type of content, we're totally open. We hopefully will have a couple more guests on as soon as we really can.
Yeah.
And
and we can announce that we're gonna be going. To...
we can announce. Go for it, Dave.
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah.
You were such on like you're on a roll.
No.
I was like, okay. So we will be performing live our second live show at Etchy Expo in Austin, Texas. It's on the
Saturday?
2nd,
Yeah.
December 2nd. Is that the Saturday?
No, it's later than that.
December
It's
3rd.
not the second.
That's the 10th, I thought.
Yeah, it's like the 10th.
Oh, it's
yeah.
oh, that was like the first weekend of December.
No, it's like the second week of December.
Okay, so second weekend of December, we perform Saturday. I think it's at 5:30. If you attend Etchy Expo, there should be like some kind of information that has like all the events and times, locations.
Right.
Just keep an eye out for our name because we will be there.
Right.
And if you happen to go and you see us, come say hi. We would love to, chill, hang out, get to meet you.
And hopefully this time David charges his phone and actually has enough space on it so we can actually get the audience reactions. I don't know if you guys watched our last podcast. We got like one audience reaction and then David's phone ran out of space, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So the rest of the episode is just us. So you don't get to see the
And
audience.
I got the
But-
cloud space now.
Yeah, so we're going to
good.
try to set
We're
it up
good.
so that both sides get recorded this time, which would be
Yeah.
awesome. So we can actually show a little bit of the audience and a little bit of us on stage. We had a really awesome time at the last time we did a live show. It was a blast.
I mean, love it.
All the
Super
interactive,
fun.
people were super interactive. We did a lot of anime hot takes. We did like a lot of anime's origin stories.
A lot of news.
Really cool stuff. Yeah, we went over a lot of
shit
fun
was
news.
happening that week, too,
Yeah, it was really
for
fun.
us.
It was really fun to just announce and talk to everyone about the news and really a great time. So if you can make it out to our live show, we'd love to have you. And we're going to hopefully be doing a couple more conventions around Texas. So if you live around Texas, maybe 2023, you might be able to catch us doing a UAP panel. So that'd be awesome. But on that note, this has been another episode of the Uncensored Anime Podcast, and we're saying peace.